Ooh. What's this going on? Why isn't this working? Properties. There we go. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. Let's just turn that down a little bit more. I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone good? Noob. Zolex, welcome in. Damanegi, hello, hello, hello. I have to send some notifications out. I have to send this everyone I'm live now thing on Twitch, not Twitch, Twitter and Discord and blah 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 and all that sort of thing. So can you just give me a minute? How's everyone doing? Everyone good? Everyone good? We're gonna be like watching the Honkai Star Rail 3.1 live stream. I'm interested to see if they've changed anything. Does it look like I have a blue halo? For a reason. You'll find out eventually. One day. One day. So, yeah. HSR 3.1 live stream watch party. Let's go. Yep. Everyone good? Hi! I'm just going to call you Seven. I don't know. I'm sorry. I do not know. Ushtola Hulo of the Seven. I think that's how you read it. I'm just going to say 7. I'm just going to say 7. You know? Abil, welcome in. Yeah, Zolex, I'm actually really interested in how Honkai Star was going to be doing as well, I'll be honest. We saw the 3.0 like special announcement thing, and it's like, you know, Ghost Strike, welcome in. Baz, hello. Rice, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I need to send this on Twitter. On the Twitter. On the Twitter. Let's... Yep. HSR has a skip button during the CBT. The thing is though, just another guy, they still have the skip button. That's the weird thing. They have the technology already. They have it. It's in the game. Already. Like, you know when you go through a cutscene and then you go to fight a boss battle, and then for whatever reason you lose, maybe got unlucky on the roll, whatever it is, and then you have to go through that entire cutscene again. If you have to go through the cutscene again, there's a skip button in the top right. They have it. It's in the game. It's still in the game. But they just don't let you use it. And the weird thing is, I hear all the fucking time, which really confuses me, is like, some people defend it as well, saying, defend not having a skip button. They say this for Genshin as well. They defend not having a skip button by saying, well, if they had a skip button, they wouldn't have to put as much effort into the story. I'm like, why the fuck would that? Wait, what? How? What? Why? Where did? How does that make any sense? If I'm reading a book, whatever. If I'm reading a book, you know what my skip button is? I flip to the next page. But it doesn't mean I have to do that. If they make the story decent, where they make it to a point where I don't want to skip the pages, I want to read through it, then we don't have that. Just having the option to skip something doesn't mean that you should put any less effort into it. So that line of logic just doesn't make sense to me, like at all. And people say it all the time as well. Some people say this all the time. Is this a party or a funeral? In fact, should I change the thumbnail? Watch funeral. Do I look at leaks? No, not generally speaking. I could change the thumbnail to watch funeral. That's a good idea, actually. HSR 3.1 watch funeral. If anything, actually no. If anything, not having a skip button lets them not put as much effort into it, because it doesn't matter. Because the players will have to go through it regardless. They don't have to keep you interested, because everyone's going to have to go through it regardless. It doesn't matter. Lucky and Nelson, peace be on you too. Yep. Raj, hi Raj. Hi there, man. Someone was in my comment section of like several videos on YouTube just going, bald, 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 bald. I'm like, you know I'm not Tectone, right? I'm not bald, I'm balding. There's a difference. And Aardvark, the dev post they made was 100% damage control meant to distract rather than solve the issues like HP inflation and power creep. Actually, we're going to read through it again. We're going to read through it again. Sorry. It was a cup of tea. I'm British. I like to down it. Want to do a reverse bingo card for all the HSR, all the false hope? That'd be a good idea. Do you want to make that? You can make that and put it into my Discord, and I can bring it up. When will I play Within Waves again? I would say tomorrow night, I think, or maybe even tonight, depending on how things go. I should act today, guys. Today I should hopefully be speaking to Gacha Smack. I sent him a message a couple of days ago, like, oh, let's do that. I'll just send him another message right now, just to remind him. I'm just gonna. Are we still good to chat after the 3.1 live stream? I don't know if he'll see it, but I'm gonna send him anyway, and then I'll jump in his chat and just like bother him, like bother, and like hi, I'm here, and like I feel really bad because the other day with the 2.1 live stream, yeah, I think it was, he was in the chat, and I just didn't notice because I was too busy talking to Glaive. And I feel bad. Sydney, I've been loving your content lately. Recently found you and been enjoying my streams, your streams. You have a lot of great. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Have I tried fishing? It's addictive. I haven't, guys. I'll be honest. I was having like, I don't know what it was, but I was having like severe technical difficulties, and like I don't know, and I just OBS kept on like disconnecting. The YouTube side was fine though, but the Twitch side of OBS just kept on disconnecting. I was like, oh no, fuck this. Nah, Raj, do not do that. Do not do that. You're having stuttering? Oh, right. What is the internet? Is the internet... Okay. I'm gonna change network adapters. 1 second. It might be I don't know what it is. Okay. It's an internet thing? No. Maybe it's better now. I'm seeing, I don't know. Is my internet just going crazy right now? Yeah, the stream's lagging. Okay, it should be fine now. It should be fine now. It should be fine now. I just saw on the bottom here. For some reason, the internet connectivity just went boom. It plummeted down from like 5,000 kilobytes per second to like 900. It should be fine now. I don't know what it is. I think there's something wrong with my Wi-Fi card, I'll be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Right, I'll show you what's going on. I'll show you on here. Browser PMP. Right. This is what's going on right now. This is what I'm looking at. And then I have actually 2 Wi-Fi cards. And I thought maybe because having 2 Wi-Fi cards, that I was getting like conflicting issues. So I disabled one of them. Just to stop that. But apparently I must have disabled the wrong one. I don't know. But I think there's something wrong with the Wi-Fi card. No, my internet's good. My internet's really good. I've never had this issue before. I've updated all the drivers and everything. So I don't know what it is. Alright. We'll just do that. So, yeah. What I want to do, while we're still good, I really hope it doesn't do that anymore, because it's really fucking annoying. I'm using RTX in Wuthering Waves. I am. I really enjoy it. I wanted to read through this again. I wanted to see the stuff that they said. And we're going to look out for it. Maybe LAN cable is better. The Wi-Fi router box is like down on the other side of the building. Well, not the side. Like downstairs in another room. I'd have to like really... Just bald? I'm not bald. I've got hair. It's just really flattened now because I've had my hat on all day. So, yeah, I want to look through this again. We're going to read through this again. This is the 3.0 special announcement that they did, the special edition that they made. This is the first one that they've done, like ever. I think, is this the first one that they've ever done, where they've released like patch notes for a patch that they've already released? I think it is. And I just want to read through this here, like... We've received feedback from the Trailblazers that the Amphoris main story contains excessive lore exposition and too much reading, resulting in feelings of fatigue and tedium. Amphoris has a complex design, and during development we wanted to ensure that the information supporting it was as complete as possible. However, the result has presently failed to meet Trailblazers' expectations. Is Wuthering Waves already out? Wuthering Waves 2.0 already out? Yes, it is. Right. The thing is, though, the actual Japanese translation of this was different. The actual Japanese translation, unless it's a different thing that where they mention this, said it felt too long. They wrote it as if to the Japanese audience saying, "Oh, we've had complaints saying that the story felt too long." And the Japanese response, I've looked at the Japanese response to this special edition thing here, and they were just like, "Yeah, no, don't change anything." Because they were being told that people complain that it was too long. That's not the issue. Length is not the issue. It's, again, the exposition and such. I'm expecting to give a skip button. We're going to find out, because I want to get through this. Like, what they explain here, what they're going to do, I want to see if they implement this in the 3.1 story. I know that everything in here, everything that they show in here, that's going to be effective of the 3.0 story, that's not going to take into effect until the 3.2. But yeah, 10 hours for intro is okay. Again, guys, the length of the quest isn't the issue at all. It's how long does it feel? Like, how do they tell the story for that 10 hours? Sensei Crash Out Part 3 incoming? Glaive, I've never crashed out. Have I? Have I crashed out? Oh, in the video it's just like, oh, shut the fuck up thing. That was just like playing it for the video. But I've not like... Oh, wait, no. I did actually crash out, like, actually, when I was playing through Penacony. It was like, when I was at the bar sequence, I was like, oh, fuck this. I was like slamming my mouse into the table. That's true. That was true. Mr. Jokey wasn't happy? About what? V-Star, welcome in. Wait. Who's my boyfriend? Who's my boyfriend? Who's my boyfriend? I mean, it's Valentine's Day, so I expect them to come here. It's how they executed those 10 hours. Exactly. Glaive? Glaive, are me and you a thing? I didn't know that. It's the first time I've heard of it. You're a bottom, right? I'm easy top, so don't worry about that. Brain Hex, welcome in. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. So the problem with this here is not the length, it's how they tell it. But in the Japanese version, they were saying it's the length that they've had the complaints about how long the story is. Like, that's not it. When you have people like standing around in a circle, just like looking at each other, like whatever, It's just not interesting. It's just not interesting at all. Yep. Is this new? No, this is from the 3.0 thing. I want to see what they've put in here, what they've said they're going to change in here. I want to see if they're going to like preemptively make some of these changes for the 3.1 update. Because like I said, I know that it says down here. It says down here. Where is it? Where does it say? It might be at the end. Okay, see here. To reduce any negative experiences caused by the above issues and make sure the overall quality meets everyone's expectations, we are continuing to polish and fine-tune upcoming versions of the game. Regarding existing content for version 3.0, we will proceed with the aforementioned adjustments. We anticipate these adjustments will take effect from version 3.2. So what they're saying is the 3.0 version of the story isn't going to be changed until 3.2. However, with the 3.1 version, they didn't say anything about that. So we can at least expect or anticipate that they're going to have these kinds of things in mind for the 3.1 update. Have I set up a bingo card for LiveStream? No, I asked someone in the chat to do that for me. I don't know if they actually did. If they did, that'd be amazing. 1 second. But like, yeah. So, guys, have you all read through this? Like, I read through this and I saw a lot of like videos going, "Oh, devs listened." I'm like, did you actually read it? Did anyone actually read this, like, in detail? No? I mean, that's yeah. I don't think many people actually did. They just saw some like headlines. Oh, they fixed the story and they fixed power creep. I'm like, did you read it? They didn't fix anything. Well, with the power creep thing, with like them saying they're going to buff old characters, we don't know how or what they're going to do. They say they're going to do it, but we're going to actually have to find out if the changes they implement do actually address the issues with the older characters being viable in the current state of Honkai Star Rail. But like with the story thing here, they didn't change a single thing. Like, let me just read through here. Taking version 3.0 as an example, the progress from the beginning of the story to Okema contains a lot of dialogue with information of the end times, titans, crisis heirs, and miracles. Following adjustments, Trailblazers will be able to choose whether to talk to relevant characters to obtain this information. Right, here's the problem. This is not a skip button. And if you come to this section here, and you just like, oh, come on. You're like, oh, come on. And you like happen to, you happen to press it, and it auto selects the dialogue option for you. Oh, fuck. And then you're already stuck into it. It doesn't fix it at all. Just put in the top right corner, skip. Check Discord. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so this is the bingo. We're gonna look through this in a moment. Okay. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you very much. So yeah, this does not change anything. This does not, like, this is just, you can skip some dialogue sometimes for some sections. That doesn't fix anything. That literally doesn't fix anything at all. What time's the live stream? The live stream starts in about 30 minutes. So like I said here, if you're like not really paying attention because the way they're telling the story isn't really attention grabbing, okay, it's just like, look at how inexpressive his face is. Like it's just like stone-faced, stony. And you're just like, oh, come on, okay, go. And you don't pay attention. And then you happen to click this one up here, or whatever, like, no, the one down here, by accident. That doesn't fix it. Then you're stuck in the exposition again. Just put a fucking button in the top right corner. It's not that hard. To give another example, when facing Onyx's trial in the Abyss of Fate, Trailblazers must try 3 different methods: placing the flaming lance and bat, standing on top, and attacking the scales weighing pan. To complete the Satan's test, following the adjustments, these 3 attempts will become optional, thereby greatly simplifying progress and improving the flow of the story. I don't remember this particular section, but I've heard that you had to go through all 3 of them, and all 3 of them was basically just like a black screen or something like that. You had to go through all 3 of them, and then after you've gone through all 3 of them, then the 4th option here, I'm out of ideas, becomes available. I'll be honest right now. I don't mind this on the left if they actually showed you your character going to the pedestal and placing the flame lance and the baseball bat. If it actually shows you doing this shit. But if it's just like goes to a black screen and then back again, then black screen, back again. Nah, fuck that. Even then, just why? The problem that they have with Honkai Star Rail, and this is also for like Genshin Impact as well, is that they just do not think like at all where and how they can implement, you know, gameplay into this. What's this called? Game. It's really hard to fathom how they don't understand that they're making a fucking game. What's the best upcoming gacha game? Best upcoming gacha game. I can tell you the ones I'm looking forward to, if that makes sense, if that's good for you. Yeah. Enfield, I really like the vibes are going for Enfield. Arknight's Enfield. Ananta looks interesting. I really enjoyed Neverness to Everness. I don't care what anyone says. I want to try that again, but mind you, I've only played it for like, say, 20, 30 minutes max. So maybe my opinions will change after getting like further into it. But like, Neverness to Everness, Ananta, Arknight's Enfield. I really want to try Duet Night Abyss as well. Where's I've got like a bunch of Duet Night Abyss stuff here from when I went to Tokyo Game Show, and I think they gave me beta access as well. Azure Familia, yeah, I mean I'll try that as well for sure, absolutely. Another one that I really want to try that isn't a gacha game per se, I don't think. I really want to play Fate Trigger. Fate Trigger is basically what you get when you like combine, like say Valorant with PUBG. Like PUBG open like a battle royale type thing, but with like Valorant skills as well. That's gonna be amazing. No, the devs from Duet Night Abyss, they are so friendly. They are so friendly. Fortnite's more like building. No, it's more like Valorant, I swear. It's like the hero shooter thing with everyone has like particular abilities and such. It looks so fun. I love playing PUBG and those battle royales and such. Oh, it looks so good. Chaos Zero Nightmare. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna play Monster Hunter Wild. You betcha. I definitely am. And then to kind of overhyped, we didn't say gameplay yet. True. But like, again, this is just from what we've seen, I'm looking forward to it. All I said is I'm looking forward to it. I've not said it's going to be the next big thing. I'm just saying I'm looking forward to it. Have I tried Baron Story? I'll be honest, guys, I haven't really done any of the story yet. I haven't done any of the story yet for Wuthering Waves 2.1 because I was busy all day yesterday. I've been busy all day today. I'm busy all day tomorrow until tomorrow evening. Limbus Company, I haven't tried that yet. No. Look, if HSR was a visual novel, would it still be bad? As is, yes. Because even in visual novels, they have more expressions or more expressiveness in the characters as well. They tend to change up the images that are shown on screen every few dialogue options. You're not stuck on one image for like 10, 12, 13, 15 minutes at a time. They don't do that. Even as a visual novel, it would be more in line with how they're trying to tell the story. Yes, absolutely. But even then, as a visual novel, still not the best. Reverse 1999. My voice is a bit loud. I do apologize. Reverse 1999. I'm not sure. I have to find that out. Check this. Yeah, I turned the volume down on my mic as well. Hopefully that solves the issue for you. Oh yeah. This is Stipper. Yeah, I've seen Brent's gameplay. I've seen that. How many minutes? We've got 30 minutes left. So this is the bingo card for Honkai Star Rail. We're just gonna read through it. Extended story yapping. PS1 showcase. Smack disappointed. We'll find out. More HP inflation. I don't think we'll find that out until the actual update drops, to be honest. Pokecopium take. That's a guarantee. We might as well just cross it off right now. False hopes on buffs. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they do well. We don't know. DPS power creep. Probably, but if the buffs come, then that could mitigate that. Devs yapping. Probably. Well, maybe not devs. Maybe just chibi versions of some NPCs or something. I don't know. Bad storytelling. Absolutely. Well, I really hope they step their game up, but if 3.0 is anything to go by, absolutely. Pay to win Eidolons, that's just every patch. That's just every patch, every character. More jargon? I don't know. Maybe they dropped all the jargon in the 3.0 update. We'll see. Glaive Spitewatch. Glaive Spitewatch? Perhaps. Also, no leaks in chat, please. Tectone Bold, someone's going to say that. Someone is going to say that in here, probably. Someone's going to say that in this chat section, for sure. Midai Bait, probably. Me laughing? Maybe. No skip button? Probably. Not an actual skip button. Dev listened? Someone's going to say Dev listened, and someone's going to be fucking coping. Probably Mr. Pokey. I'm sorry, just to throw that out. Just so we're all clear, me and Mr. Pokey are all chill. More black screens? I don't know about more. If you mean more black screens also being included in the 3.1 update, probably. More than 3.0? I don't know. Perhaps not. Tribby bait? I don't know what that means. I know who Tribby is, but I don't know what Tribby bait means. Less resources? Perhaps. No EM voice line. As far as I'm aware, the strike is still on, so probably not. Support power creep. I have no idea. Loadout. You think we're going to get loadouts? If they drop loadouts now, that would be hilarious. JP mistranslation. We're watching the English translation. We're watching the English live stream, so I don't know about that. No fix on MOC. I don't know if they'll address that in the live stream. We'll have to again find out on that. Yeah. Well, like I said, this here is not a skip button. This is not a skip button. This does not address. Also, if you notice, in this here, in this special update, whatever it was, they never said anything about increasing or improving the way they're telling a story. They never said anything about more. What we were complaining about is we want more camera angles, more expressiveness in the face, and also more character movement as well. Also, Kingway Exit, thank you so much for the sub. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm stumbling over my words. That's how grateful I am. Yusuke-san, konbanwa. Good evening. Again, I really, really, really thank you so much. Yeah. So here, and the things that we were complaining about that they didn't give us, that they didn't do in the 3.0 was it was just static images after static images, black screens after black screens, stone-faced characters, lack of voice lines. But lack of voice lines, I'm gonna give them a pass. I'm gonna give them a pass on the lack of voice lines because that's not their fault. That's a union and industry issue. So I'm not gonna get on them for that. It's weird, and it stood out. I get it, but it's not their fault. So I'm going to give them a pass on the voice lines. I'll be honest. I'm not going to rag on them for anything. But like, the thing we're asking for is like more camera angles, more visual interest, more facial expressions, more character movement, just more effort is the way I can explain it, really. So I didn't say angel, I said angles. But like, yeah, when they're going here to the mission puzzle solving issue, I think, yeah. I saw a lot of people complaining about the puzzle thing where you've got to do a puzzle, go through a room, do another puzzle, go through a room, do another puzzle, go through a room, and a lot of people didn't like that because it's like slowing down the story. It depends on how well they do the puzzles. In here, they didn't say a single thing about them fixing the puzzle issue. They didn't say... I know, right, Raj? They didn't say anything about fixing the puzzle. At all. What they said is that we're going to give you another way to get around it by basically just having this NPC here that you can fight. So they did nothing. They did not fix the issue. People were saying the issue was too long, too drawn out, too convoluted, and just too distracting from the actual story part of the story, right? It just felt like it was padding. It felt like it was padding. Like there was no point to it. It just felt like it was being put in there for the sake of padding out the time. And I said, all right, sure, we'll just let you like fight this NPC and skip it then if you want to. No, fix the fucking puzzle. Band-aid solutions, exactly. Skip, that's a good idea, actually. I hope they give updates on the Fake Club too. Like, they basically have Gilgamesh in the game. So, with the Fake Club, I think they're just gonna bring in some skins. I don't know why it takes so long for that collab to happen. I have no idea why it takes so long for that collab to happen. But I think it's just gonna be skins at the end of it. Here, it doesn't solve the issue. It's just like NPC. You can progress the story in a more Kremnoan fashion and engage, but it doesn't fix the issue. And here, when they say that they got rid of some of the battles, I never asked for that. Who asked for this? Did anyone ask? Did anyone complain about there being too many battles, like this section here? Did anyone complain about that? I never heard anyone complain about that. Nigon, was it you? Was it you? Is it your fault? Did you get these removed? No? It's a waste of time? I mean... Is it? It's giving the players something to do. Like, it's giving the players some turn-based combat in this turn-based combat game. When you're going through a story, it shouldn't be just nothing but story throughout the entire time. It shouldn't be nothing but story and maybe a few puzzles. It should also implement battles as well. If it's a turn-based battle game, it should also incorporate battles. And I don't just mean at the very finale. It should also have them throughout as well. Not too many. Like this section around here, this one I can see. This one I can understand. Having like 4 different mobs here, like basically 4 battles just to get through this one room, sure. Sure. What I would say is like, don't remove them entirely, but I would say replace them with like one stronger battle. One like a... Yeah, so, okay, Nigon. I think this is the one that you're talking about right now. This one here, I agree. 4 here, I get it. Replace it with 1. But these 2 here, like having guards for like these 2 guards for like a main room here, I think this is fair. I don't see why they felt the need to remove these ones. And again, they just removed it. Why didn't they replace it? They didn't fix the issue. They just removed the issue. Like the issue, it's like there's too many. Oh, so you don't want any? No, we didn't say we didn't. Well, I don't know about you. I don't think anyone said we don't want any. We're just saying there's too many, which means what you should do is make less of them. Not remove them entirely. There's a difference. It's like they're throwing the baby out with the bathwater, you know? If you understand that saying. It was really, really weird. Really, really weird. No? They released Duke Inferno. Yeah, like they hyped up the Duke Inferno and all that, and they killed him off screen. They should have made most of the fights elites to make fight. Exactly. No, Nigon, I completely 100% agree with you. Like they should replace these 4 here with one elite battle that you can't get past by just using Acheron either. You know? I think this is a bit too strong right now. Again, we're talking about the watch party. This is a watch funeral. That's why I've got the music on right now. This is a funeral music. This is funeral music. I'm kidding. Trailblazers' feedback has always been extremely important to the Express crew. Thank you for your ongoing support. See you again on the next Developer Radio update. Again, I'm really interested to see how they're going to address this. Oh. Right. Got another 20 minutes or so. Oh, chat is going nuts. So right now there are 10,000 people waiting for this live stream here. 10,550. What's the 1 second, let me just pull this off. I want to see how many people are watching the Japanese one as well. 1 second, let me just pull it up. Okay. So right now there are 6,353 people watching on the JP side of things. I want to right. The reason why I'm looking at this now is because the other day for the 2.1 live stream, I saw some people, some Hoyo people in the chat. They're saying, "Oh, Withering Waves only got however many thousand viewers for the live stream. Oh, no one cares. Dead game, EOS, and all that stuff." So I want to keep an eye. I want to keep an eye on the viewership, just so we're all clear. Is 3.1 filler? I have no idea. You need English VAs to play the games. I can't read that fast. Midday is just Gilgamesh, basically. He's pretty cool though. I like him. But mind you, like, you know. No, seriously, people were saying that. People were saying that. So, yeah. I just want to double check. 1 second. Oh, there we go. Better. They said 3.0 live stream every update. Up until 3.7 will have main story. Oh, okay. You think viewbotting? I don't know. This is top chat. This is not live chat. I think live chat will have more. But yeah, I've got 60 minutes on here. It'll be story throughout the entire of Amphoris. Yeah, hopefully. Why is someone like asking for Capitano playable in here? This is not Genshin. This is 1 second. You can't see it. This person here. 1 second. This person here, right above me. Capitano playable. This is Honkan Sterile, bro. This is not Genshin. Wrong bot? I don't know. I'm so confused. What the fuck is this? Is Tribi legal? What kind of question is that? Fuck off. 1 second, let me just pull it up. Sensitive regard on enemies, I feel like annoyed when I want to end story as fast as possible, so I skip all the battles as possible. When I do story, I want to do story and not battle. Well, it's just my opinion. Again, the thing is though, like when the point of telling a story in a game is to incorporate gameplay and story and have the gameplay interweave with the story. where you feel like you're actually the character driving the story. The problem with Honkai Star right now is that you as the main character, you as the player, do not feel like you are pushing the story forward. You do not feel like you are driving the story at all. You feel that you are being pulled through the story, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. When you're playing a game, you want to feel like you are the main character. You are the deciding factor. You are the driving force that makes the progression continue on through this story. If you're just being pulled along on you've been sat down on a cart ride, that's not good. That's not good for a game. That's why when you have things in a game as well, it should incorporate certain. If it's a battle game, like I said, this is a turn-based battle game. It should incorporate certain sections with turn-based battles, and I don't just mean the finale. They should have battles every now and then. Not too many. Not too many. That's not what I'm saying. Don't just have it inundated with battles all the time. That's not what I'm saying at all. Just have battles intermittently, when appropriate and when necessary. Hi Dice, how you doing, man? Both Genshin and HSR make me feel like a passenger last time I played. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What if HSR have artifact loadouts? Good. I mean, all of these games should have artifact equipment loadouts right now. Sensei, do you know Mr. Pucky spent 3 hours molding on Hecate hologram? I got to level 6 on both accounts. On one account, I don't have the damage. I kept on getting killed by the fucking DOT. The damage over time. And on the other account, what was it? On the other account, yeah, basically it's just, I don't have the damage on either account. It's always the DOT. The DOT is what's fucking me up on that one. That's passive. After 3 minutes, you lose a certain percentage. Yeah, passive. I mean, damage over time. It's a passive DOT. It's a passive DOT. Yeah. That's what's killing me. It's not Hecate. If that wasn't in the fucking thing there, I would have beat level 6 easily. こんばんは、リュウコ先生、英語版だけ見てるんですか？いや、両方も、I must respond to this. いや、英語版、wait, 英語版 Will you fucking change it? 英語版 Thank you を見ていますが、同時に、日本語のも開いてます。Okay. So, yeah. Did you guys know I live in Japan? Well, yeah, I agree. If it's a battle tied to the story, like boss, or if in the story, yeah, I want to fight, but not some random. I mean, random fodder, like every now and then, is fine, but like, not too many. Not having any is a bit too much, but like having some. Am I from Japan? No, I'm not from Japan, but I've lived in Japan for almost most of my life. I moved to Japan when I was 19. Well, I say 19, but I turned 20 that month. So 19, yes, but 20. And then because I turned 20 in Japan, I was also invited to be a part of the coming of age ceremony, which is something that all Japanese do once they hit 20. And yeah. And that was cool. And I was able to do that. So I've been in Japan my entire adult life. How is Japan? It depends. Like, some things I absolutely love, some things it's just like, honorary Japanese. I'm not Japanese. I'm fully British, and I will never convince myself nor anyone else that I'm actually Japanese, guys. You know, no, I'm not that deluded. So I school in Japanese? No, I came to Japan. I was already working. I came to Japan working in the workforce like straight away, and I've worked in traditional, like old school traditional Japanese companies as well. Yeah, how are the girls over here? Nice. But I can't partake anymore because I'm married to you know, Yinlin. So Yinlin wouldn't like that. Yinlin would probably string me up, and I would enjoy it. But you know, so yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Bro, what? I said what I said. Did I stutter? Did I stutter? Do I like Japanese fashion? If you mean like the Harajuku Shinjuku style fashion, it's like too much for me. I'll be honest, like Korean fashion, South Korean fashion has been pretty decent recently. And a lot of Japanese girls are starting to like copy Korean fashion too. So, yeah. Kimono, kimono are good. Kimono, like yukata. I love wearing yukata. Yukata, especially in summer. Really like breezy. Really nice. Less than 10 minutes now, guys. We're going to watch this. You didn't, by the way, Yinlin is not yours only. You're in line, but I'm at the front. I'm currently her husband. So unless I die, you ain't getting there, bro. You ain't getting there. Don't worry. Also, timers of time. Check the link out. What link? Timer? Where? I'm gonna bring Chatarino up. Chatarino. And oh, this one. I've already seen this one. We've already seen this. And we've got like 8 minutes left. So don't worry about that. Yeah. Sorry, man. But it is funny though. It's really, really funny. Sam says she's with me on the bed, little bro. She said she was at work. She said she was at work. Oh well, next one. I'll have Zanny instead then. Fuck it, let's go. Are you watching? Shut the fuck up. Oh. Yeah. What's my thoughts on the story of Impact 3rd? Who cares? No one plays it. Neither do I. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. That's my honestly, I don't know. I don't play it. I can't tell you my opinion on something I don't know about. Yeah. Camillea's on your bed, it's all good. Oh, I'm not surprised about you, Andre. For sure. Absolutely. Oh, wait. Andre, is Smack on right now? Is Gacha Smack on right now? One second. I'm gonna pull this onto the side. I want to see. He is. I see. Who's he sharing with?
Nice sweatshirt. Appreciate it, man. Been cold in Houston lately.
One second. Ugh. I got fucking ads. I'm gonna turn off the Pastanoa music. I've got PlayStation stuff. Okay. Yo, Smack.
Favorite fruit? I'd say pineapple. I love me some mandarins though, man.
I see. I wonder if he sees me. I would love to, like, if we can, like, share.
It says about be a smooth 5 out of 10.
I wonder if we can, I wonder if we can, like,
Ryuku,
share.
Good morning. Join that mandarin, bro. I'm fucking devouring it, brother.
Sorry. We good to
When
chat.
does the Gacha cast start? right after the 3.1, right after the 3.1 live stream, I believe. I think we're going straight into it.
Oh, right. Okay, so they're going to do a gacha.
That shit set up. I'm actually
Discord DM.
coordinating with. I think Ryuku's coming in there with us as well.
Oh, I'm going to a gut. I did
right after the 3.1.
Oh, I didn't know I was going to a gacha's cast.
DMs.
I did not know I was going to a gacha cast. I thought it was just going to be me and Smack. Oh, I need to shave. I need to shave. I need to look pretty.
I actually never responded. Damn, my bad. Hold on.
I need to go jump in the bath. I've got like 4 minutes to jump in the bath, have a shave, and then look pretty.
Funny. I responded in my fucking head, bro.
You're pretty already? Well, thank you very much. You got no beard? Stay old. Oh yeah, sure. Damn, I did not know I was going to be like a sweet. I didn't know it was going to be a gacha cast. Holy fuck. Looking forward.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Gacha cast it is. First time ever.
Yo, Jay, what's good? Yeah, anyways, chat, my bad. Shit, bro. Fucking just woke up and got 17 things to,
okay.
On the menu already.
Holy. Okay, so that's that sorted. We're going to do that later.
Anyways.
So I'm going to close Gatsmack now.
Starting in 3 minutes and 52 seconds.
I'm just going to tell them to enjoy the stream, guys.
Looking good. Boom. Boom, boom. And I swear, bro, every time they start this shit, it's like strictly business, bro.
Okay, so
no stalling whatsoever.
I'm kind of like freaking out right now.
Ryuku, take care, baby.
I'm kind of freaking out right now. Let's go. Yeah, GachaCast. I did not know about this. I literally just found out. Like, you saw my reaction. That was my, like, first reaction. First ever face, like, you know, like when you say, oh, this is my first reaction to this video, and it's like pre-watch something like that. I never do that, by the way, just so we're all clear. Like, this is like first GachaCast. From what I understand, I'll just Tectone, Genizad, someone else is going to be jumping in there, GachaSmack, and myself. Apparently. So yeah, this is my first time in the GachaCast. If I'd known that, I would have. Should I take this jacket off, or do you keep the jacket on? It's not a jacket. It's called a hanten. It's like it's like a Japanese half dressing gown type thing. On, off, on, off, on. Yeah. Marco Meeble. If Marco Meeble's in there, that'd be great. I would love Marco. I would love to speak to Marco. I've been meaning to, like, me and Marco have been meaning to like have a collab thing for ages. For like the longest time. I'm not even kidding. So, yeah. Am I bald too? No, I'm balding. Will you just get it right? It's not hard to understand. Balding. Balding. Is this pre-recorded? No, this is me right here. Hello. But you have been previously on Tectone's GachaCast, right? No, I haven't. I've talked to Tectone on stream before, but I've never been on the GachaCast. I hope no cringe in live stream like last time. I cannot promise no cringe. I will probably be a little cringy because it's just me, you know. Old. You say son of a fat. You say Dukatone. You know, I've heard some people call me like T-tone, as in like British tea, like T-tone. I'm like, me and Tectone are like nothing alike. What the fuck? Yeah. Isn't Grichko on GachaCast with several not known CCs? I think they're, yeah. I think I'm doing them a favor. Probably. I'm doing them a favor. Right. So this should be starting in just a couple of minutes. I want to make sure that this is muted. Okay, and this one's on. Right. And then we've got this on the side here. Yeah. Oh, the HSR live stream? Oh, I see. Tectone, Clone, and T-Tone. Yeah. Syntone just fell off. I don't know. I don't know if... I don't know. Syntone has been talking to Tectone a lot recently. Like, on stream and such. Right. It should be starting soon. We got 1 minute. We've got 1 minute now. I'm not going to be bothering to watch chat on there. But I will be checking. I will be like coming out of here to check the viewers. So we've got 21,000 here and then 17,000 on the JP side. JP side alone, Japan alone is almost matching the entirety of the EN live stream. Okay. Yeah, just think of that, guys. EN side, the rest of the English-speaking world, like it's all of Europe, America, Australia, all that, 24,000 right now. JP alone, 20,000. That's pretty nuts. Is that normal? Well, I think it is normal. The thing I'm saying is like, Japan is really crazy for gacha games and like live streams in particular as well. I actually do want to talk about do a video about like the state of gacha or like these big gacha games in Japan, because there are some certain things. 1 second, if I can just bring out Google Trends. Right, if I go Honkai, it's probably going to go up today because of the live stream and such. It's like Japan here, past day. Let's go 90 days. They have this. Let's just for the sake of comparison. We'll do Wuthering Waves and also Zenless Zone Zero. Right. So if you see here, 1 second, if I can, the current state of things is that Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero are about the same. You can just see right here. Zenless Zone Zero has a score of 50. Wuthering Waves has 52. Honkai Star has 19. So it's less than half. Less than half. But the thing is though, guys, I've checked the revenue on App Magic. They're making bank. They're making bank. It's really weird. It's so paradoxical, like how the interest in Honkai Star as a game in Japan alone has dropped, has plummeted. Like this spike here was the 3.0 release. It went up, yeah, and then it dropped significantly. It crashed. Like literally like the next day. Oh, the day after, like 2 days afterwards. Like after that, it was like 49. It dropped down to like 27, and Wuthering Waves was already above it. Even though Wuthering Waves update was like here at 50. So it's so strange. It's so strange. So the only takeaway I can understand from here is that the interesting Honkai style in Japan is really in the pits. It's in the pits. Hi, Miyabi Main. Welcome in. But the ones that are sticking around, they are spending so much money. They are spending so much money. It's really weird. So like, as it currently stands, recently, Zenless Zone Zero has been beating Wuthering Waves in trends, in the Google Trends. Because Zenless Zone Zero has been doing really well. I play it as well, like off stream and such. But like, yeah. You can see here, 22 for Honkai Star Rail, 33 for Wuthering Waves, 41 for Zenless Zone Zero. But then here it picked up with the recent update for Zenless, and then, the recent character for Zenless, and it just, boom. It's like, now they're usually around the same. Zenless, the actual competitor to Wuthering Waves at the moment right now isn't Genshin, isn't Honkai Star Rail. It's Zenless Zone Zero. Do I spend money on those? Me, personally? I have 2 accounts. I spend money, I buy the Battle Pass and the data login on one account, but on the other account, I don't do shit. Scar, God, your chat is so insufferable. What do you mean? I'll be honest, I haven't, because I've been talking about this, I haven't been really... Check 1 minute, 1 minute 5 seconds. Yeah, almost there. 35. In fact, let's go play that time. Make sure we're like right at the very. Okay. This is a trick that Glaive taught me the other day. You do the 2-time thing and it like speeds up. This is the most. This is the most closest we can get. Okay. Right, currently 35,000 viewing on the English side and 42,000, so Japan is beating them.
The world was just a lump of flour. Then the gods cast ye.
Ah.
Albert was born from the dough.
It's because this is because of the playback speed thing.
The Earth Titan granted it a divine body. And the Reason Titan bestowed it with thought.
Okay.
Add in rich emotions, noble virtues. Oh, and don't forget a pinch of mischief.
Is this lore accurate? Is this what Mighty does in the game?
After that,
I don't remember that.
Romance Titan transformed into golden butterflies, gently
Let me know if
tapping
sounds
their
okay, guys.
chests to grant them the ability to love.
At least we got voices this time, you know?
There is no word for romance in the Kremnoan language.
Is that
Mighty's
so?
pretty cool. I love his eyes
Heard
specifically as well.
Nikidor
His
once
eyes are
failed in
amazing.
love, and even got into a fight with their rival.
Huh? That's just a baseless slander. A wild tale meant to tarnish Nikidor's name.
Okay.
Oh, Dee. This story is quite well known in Akama.
Lady Trebios, let me
They're-
explain.
yeah, they're literally cooking
Nikidor
right now.
is not that kind of titan.
But whether they're actually cooking in terms of
And
content,
so,
we'll see.
The first bird was
We will see.
born. Albie, do you like this story?
This Amphoria's place. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
On such a romantic day, why don't we raise a toast to all the love and beauty in the world?
Does anyone care about this? I'll be honest. Okay, actual cutscene. They should have probably started with this.
Magnus, can your murderous intent match up
That was a
to
good
what fate has in
transition
store
there.
for you?
Okay. Okay.
Here you shall abandon your
Music's good on this. Nice.
King of Kremnos.
Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's so cool.
Journey is forged blood and flames.
This is cool. I like this. This music is really good. Ooh.
3 molded life
Sword through the stomach.
and 3 guided Calamity's Gate. 3 carved the heavens and the earth.
Okay.
3 wove the threads of fate.
Hello, we are Treeby, Trian. And fighting the west wind, away we go!
Not for me, guys. But you all knew that anyway. They are cute, though. They're adorable. They're adorable, but they're just not for me. I'm sorry.
It's time to end.
Is this Reaper?
Offer your souls to the blood. The son of Urgo, destined to be
Okay.
crowned
Okay.
in blood.
That's a really cool looking enemy, you know?
Can't be killed in a single.
I
Okay.
wish to see you again.
It's now my turn.
Mighty is so damn cool.
The son of Urgo will be crowned in blood.
Oh, that's badass. Oh, that's like the Black Adam seat. That's like how Black Adam sits. They should have started with that. Okay, here's your code, guys. If you do that, 1 second. 7A324EYX6 shit. 6 shit is the last few letters there. There you go. 6 times the shit, apparently. No, Gilgamesh. I don't think Gilgamesh has ever. I've never seen him sit like that. No. This. There. No, that's Black Adam. Yeah, I don't know why they have codes like this. No, his design and all of that there was like Gilgamesh for sure. But that sitting pose there, that was Black Adam. Black Adam made that pose. Like before Gilgamesh.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening.
Where do I move myself to the side?
Version 3.1, light slips the gate.
I'm a part of the live stream now, guys. I'm the guest.
Program. I'm your host, Albert.
I'm the guest.
First, let's have our esteemed guests introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. We're Treevy.
I am
We're
Mighty, the successor of Kremnos.
Greetings, everyone.
Aglaia is so hot.
Once again,
And I'm Yuka Sensei. Don't skip me, bro. I'm right here.
Your golden presence has made this special
This
program
prick, I swear.
shine even brighter.
You flatter us, Mr. Albert. By the way, how did you come to Amphorius? Did you travel here with the two trailblazers
Yep.
by any chance?
Yep.
Oh, it's a long story. One for another time.
Yeah, I'll
But
say.
now,
I'm
let's just
talking.
say that in Amphorius, it'll be my duty to host this special program for everyone.
I thought I was the host.
Welcome, Albie.
I'll be the host.
Even though today's program has just begun,
Okay.
it feels like we've already revealed
I'm a
lot
6-star.
about the new version,
Jez,
haven't we?
I'm a 6-star. Get it right.
Oh, how so, Treeby?
Look,
Mhm.
the version title, Light Slips the Gate,
Light-
Shadow Greets the Throne, combined with the trailer we just watched, makes it
Tiff,
clear that Dee will
The trailer we just saw was really good. I like the
trailer.
trailer.
If that's the case, Lady Tribios, then as a demigod of Yanis, the Passage Titan,
Banner
you
when?
must also play a key role.
On the 29th, no, sorry, on the 30th of February.
Whether
That's
this
when- that's
is
when my
true
banner
will
drops.
all be
30th of
revealed
February.
in the Trailblaze mission of version 3.1. So in the last chapter, Nikodor's core flame was retrieved, and now another Chrysos heir, Finan,
Okay.
faces the Titan's trial.
With the arrival of the Trailblazers, the
Okay.
Flame Chase journey reached a major breakthrough. Together, the
Could be the reason for quitting
Trailblazers
HSR?
and the Chrysos heirs reclaimed
Is she basically like
Nikodor's
another
core
version
flame.
of Paimon? Is that what it is?
Finan resolved to undergo the trial to ascend to demigodhood and inherit the divine power of strife.
But
You
if
lost to
Nikodor
part- I
once
lost to
murmured
Welt.
to Snowy, your will
I lost to Welt and then it
wavers.
uninstalled.
We're worried that Snowy's inner turmoil might affect his performance.
There's no need for undue worry, teacher. On the Flame Chase journey, the Chrysos heirs support one another. Even if something unexpected happens to Finan, we've prepared contingencies to ensure the trial proceeds smoothly.
Okay, and
Impressive as always, Aglaia.
are you gonna show me?
Ever so meticulous.
As you all know, the Flame Chase journey is still pressed
Like,
for time.
they give us
With
an
Nikodor's
intro
core flame
to the
reclaimed,
intro
It's time to plan for the next
to
one.
the intro.
Does this mean we're going to battle another Titan?
Hey, not all core flames need to be reclaimed through violence. In version 3.1, our great
Who
hero,
is half a
the
Paimon voice high?
Trailblazer, will act as an envoy, and along with their
Yeah, why are they telling?
companions,
That's what I was
set
thinking as well.
off with a
In
grove
Friglis,
of Epiphany
why are they telling
to
us the
continue our
story
journey.
here?
Grove of Epiphany
Okay.
is a city-state that worships
Fine.
the Reason Titan, Cersei.
If you're gonna talk about
It's the
something,
cradle
show
of
it as well.
knowledge
You know?
for Amphorius, and maintains a good relationship with Akama.
Okay.
Besides researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans,
Got
they
some
also
like good like
provide
a
academic research support
aurora
for the
borealis in the
Flame Chase
sky.
journey.
According to legend, at the dawn of their existence, the Reason Titan, Cersei's, descended in the form of a giant sacred tree. And around their roots, a large
Okay.
verdant
It feels like
forest
Dora the Explorer.
gradually formed.
The generous Cersei's allowed those who
It
sought
is-
knowledge to study and rest there.
Considering the trailer
freely
they just
imparting
showed
the
us,
world's
the
wisdom
way
to
they're
the
presenting
once
this area
ignorant
does
mortals. Under their guidance,
have a bit of a
humanity
gap in
built
like
courtyards
what's
within the
what
forest
audience are you
and
going for?
established
You know?
schools, which eventually evolved
Is there a
into
better
the Grove of
presentation than in
Epiphany
game?
we know today.
So it looks like Cersei's is our next target.
Cersei.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Kefali, Cersei's is a titan friendly toward humanity.
Well, not the Cersei
and
you're
has
thinking of.
even
Cersei,
willingly
not Cersei the
entrusted their
witch.
core flame
They're
to
saying
the
this
grove
Cersei
for
is a
safekeeping.
titan.
That's great if there's no need for fighting. Just a peaceful retrieval.
Hmm?
This mission might be much easier, huh?
Ah, well,
I don't know how they're
it's
spelling
not
the name.
quite so easy. The Grove of Epiphany holds an unwavering
Sky Titan.
reverence for Xerxes.
I heard the
This
Xerxes as well. I was
core
like,
flame is
wait,
something they'd be very
300?
reluctant
As
to
in
part
like
with.
Exactly.
the Persian army?
That's why Akuma must dispatch an envoy to the Grove. In the 3.1 storyline, the Trailblazer will engage in peaceful discussions about reclaiming the core flame with newfound Chrysos heir allies. Absolutely no fighting.
Because the rest is just yapping?
Oh.
But in the recent version trailer, enemies were swarming in like a tide.
Yeah. So they're talking about the trailer that we just saw.
Actually, the Grove was recently invaded by the Black Tide.
What?
Since the
Why would he know the stuff that about the world that they already live in? Wouldn't they know the world?
Titan, anyone affected by it loses their sanity.
Wouldn't it be like more interesting if they're the ones telling him about stuff and then
the most severely corrupted Titan? With Nikodor's core flame reclaimed, Castrum Kremnos was left without its guardian Titan and was entirely consumed by the Black Tide. Its spread has since accelerated.
I'm
and now
confused.
The Grove is its next target.
He's just a bird from the
Must hurry
IPC?
to save them and Cersei's core flame.
Exactly! The Grove's crisis cannot be ignored. Our Trailblazer will once
lives
again
behind the
take
fourth
on
wall.
the heroic mission of seeking and aiding survivors,
The thing
gathering
is, like,
intelligence about the
they
catastrophe,
could switch this and make it more
locating
interesting, you know,
Cersei's
the way they're
core
telling
flame
it.
to bring it back to Akuma. During this
Like, if
process,
they're the ones telling
Trailblazer
him
will encounter
about
a mysterious
what
enemy attempting
the player
to
can
steal the
expect
core flame.
to experience
Masked
in
figures
the
shown fighting
update. It's their
Trailblazer
world, you
in the
know?
trailer.
The one with the mask and
This guy
cloak.
looks really fucking cool.
They look like a major
No, this guy looks
villain.
really fucking cool. I like this.
What faction do they belong to?
They're
What
an
faction does they
unknown
belong
enemy.
to?
This journey to the Grove may be more perilous than expected.
For now, let's call them the Flame Reaver. And to help our
Flame
Trailblazer
Reaver, okay.
navigate their hero's journey, I brought some intel about this Flame Reaver.
It's pretty
In
cool.
battle, the Flame Reaver can summon clones to fight alongside them. These clones can launch joint attacks with the Flame
Yeah, I
Reaver.
thought it looked like Reaper as well.
Or the Flame Reaver can absorb these clones to gain buffs.
Even if it's just a
Two of
faceless
these
mob,
buffs
I don't
allows
care.
the Flame Reaver
I
to
like the
unleash
design.
even more
I like this
devastating
design a
attacks.
lot.
That may not be a problem
That's
for
so
me,
cool.
but an enemy using clones to fight will surely challenge the Trailblazer.
I like it.
In combat,
I like the design so much.
Trailblazer must quickly eliminate the clones to prevent the Flame Reaper from
Yeah.
launching joint attacks or gaining enhancements.
Capitan ripoff? I think I prefer this one to
Sometimes
Capitan, I'll be
wish I had
honest.
clones to help me manage life.
Be careful what you wish for. More clones might mean facing more
You know?
trials and challenges.
That was pretty cool. No,
Speaking of
I like
trials,
that. That was
I've always
alright. I
been
like that.
Curious about the trial required to ascend as a demigod. Lady Trebios, you were the very first demigod and therefore first Chrysos heir on this land to pass a Titan's
no.
trial.
They
What
wasted the
exactly
design.
did you go through when you received Yanis's core flame?
Yeah.
It's a bit embarrassing to say, but we really can't remember those events from so long ago.
It happened during the Era Chrysia. For the people of Amphorius now,
And there was
it would
no,
be
like,
considered
archives?
ancient history.
No archives?
That's okay. With the Trailblazer,
Did they have like a
anything
Library
is
of Alexandria type thing
In
where
the
everything
main
got...
storyline of version 3.1,
That's a
the
big-ass building.
Trailblazer will harness the power of Oryx to stir up ripples of the past, guiding everyone to revisit.
This could be a
that
1 hour
piece of
live stream?
history.
It says, no,
We'll
longer.
return
I'm going on the
Treebeat's
Gacha cast after this,
homeland and
apparently.
show everyone the abyss of fate in its prime. Some long-buried secrets from the era Chrysia will also be unearthed, becoming clear bit by bit.
So this is what the Abyss of Fate looks like in its heyday.
Looks pretty good.
Nothing like the desolate state it's in now.
That's right. In the distant past, the Abyss of Fate was
Yeah,
a city
this
called
area looks pretty nice. I like it.
Yanisopolis.
It's nice
It was
design.
Amphorius' sanctum
It's got
of
some complexity in there, like different
the
levels you have to like
ultimate
try and
destination
go
for
through.
all pilgrims, and the place where the 3 Titans of Fate revealed their divine miracles.
It seems we'll have the chance to learn how
Okay.
humanity's first demigod came into being.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of
Well, let's do
PS2-ish.
that
No,
Trailblazers, uncover the story
yeah.
for yourselves in the main storyline of version 3.1 and learn about Treebeat's past. Now,
okay.
let's take a look at the Treebeat of today.
Okay, finally, let's look at the new character. Right? Do you like cycle through all 3 of them, or do all 3 of them on the field at the same time? Okay. Why are there no sound effects? Why are there no sound effects?
Quick question. The one who popped out of the box holding a letter, was it Trian or Treenan?
Ooh, I know this one. Treenan. It was Treenan.
Correct answer. No
All of them at the
rewards.
same time?
Because
Maybe it's
they look
500
so
years old.
alike, my teachers often have people unfamiliar with them play the Guess Who I Am game in daily life.
Audio setting too high? I'm keeping
The one who
this
suggested
audio
this game. Could it
loud.
be Trian?
Right again.
Audio is
Of
E2.
course. The three of them have very different personalities, making them easy to tell apart. Treenan is silent and sharp with both eyes open. Trian is mischievous little rascal with three eyebrows.
That caught me off guard.
The most outgoing and lively.
Typically, Treeby is the main spokesperson. Responsible for
Audio is
communicating
E2.
with the process. Treenan focuses on maintaining and interpreting prophecies, while Trian is
That was
primarily
good.
in charge of
That was
opening
fucking
and
good.
maintaining
That
the
was
Central
good.
Gate.
So here's a question for me.
I love that. Thank you so much.
Identical little girls.
Oh,
That relates to the
Jesus
duties
Christ.
of the Chrysos heirs. We
Oh,
were the
that
world's
was-
first demigod,
yeah,
receiving the
save that for
prophecy
later.
of deliverance
Why
from
don't they have this
Thessaly.
at T2?
To spread the prophecy across Amphorius, we split into many
Oh my
versions of
God.
ourselves and used Yanis's Century Gate to travel quickly to
Sorry,
various places.
that's tickled me.
Through
That's
our
actually
teachers'
tickled me.
tireless
I'm like,
efforts, the
like,
Chrysos
I just
heirs
can remember that
gradually
every now and then.
united
Just start
as
laughing.
allies. Because of this, our teacher
What are they talking
holds
about right now?
great prestige among the Chrysos
I was not
heirs.
listening. Did I miss anything?
Speaking of opening gates,
I don't think I did.
Treenan previously revealed that Trian is nearing her limit and might only be able to open the Sentry Gate twice more.
Don't scare me. So there's a limit to how
E6
many
for a
times
skip.
the gate can be opened?
Using divine power to open the gate
Stop.
comes at a steep price.
Stop.
Every time the Sentry Gate is used,
Yeah, who
take
cares?
something out of them. Over time,
Am I the only one that doesn't care?
reaches a limit.
Reaching that limit won't lead to anything bad happening, will it?
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself.
Losses are a
holds little
constant, but
value.
no one important.
The weight of those words.
You'll never
grows
lose anyone
heavier
important. No one will ever die. That's an important
clearer
playable character in this game.
over time.
Oh dear, why is the atmosphere so heavy? Let's not dwell on it. We're prepared for
Is this considered to be
whatever
yep?
may
I don't
come,
know.
and
I'm
we
just
want all
not
our
interested.
friends to
But that
stay
might just be me. I do
cheerful.
apologize.
Albie, let's introduce our abilities now.
Okay, now we're talking about
Alright.
abilities. Let's.
No
Okay,
problem.
finally.
Tree is a quantum character
Thank you.
following the path of harmony. In battle, she wields a rocket as her primary weapon.
Right.
For instance,
AoE
she
damage?
can use the rocket to launch enemies
That's
and
cute.
create a special
That's
dimension
adorable.
filled with stars and moons. While the dimension
That's
is active,
absolutely adorable.
enemies take increased damage.
No matter how many times I
Okay,
say it,
so
this
debuffs.
combat style doesn't get any less adorable.
Don't underestimate our rocket.
Okay.
It's a genius invention with precision targeting. We've refined it countless times.
Okay.
We also deal damage to the enemy with the highest remaining HP.
I see.
Depending on the number of enemies hit. The more
Oh.
enemies there are, the greater the damage we deal. Additionally, when a teammate uses their ultimate, we launch a follow-up attack against
follow-up
the
as well.
enemy.
Even in
Does
ever-changing
that follow-up
combat
also
scenarios, Tree
debuff as
can
well?
work closely with various teammates to provide buffs. She can frequently trigger
Okay.
follow-up attacks, helping the
So,
team swiftly
buff,
take down opponents.
Debuffs.
Exactly.
Follow-up.
As a character following
AoE.
the path of harmony, Triby not only creates a more advantageous environment for her teammates, but is also a capable fighter herself. With Triby on the team, you might just unlock new levels of
Dice, shut
combat
up.
potential.
Indeed. Beyond aiding and guiding the Chrysos heirs on the flame chase journey, our teacher is also an essential ally.
Nihility
in
plus
battle.
harmony.
All right.
All right.
Now that we've got to know Triby,
Her to
let's
best in
move
slot.
on to discuss another key character
I have her to
in
too.
version 3.1.
But I'm not pulling for. I'm not pulling for tribute. No, fuck that.
Without further ado, let's watch a video.
Ready? Let's go. Okay. For my, I really like this guy. He looks so damn cool. He's like, nice. Crushed it. This is Gilgamesh, straight up. That's just pure Gilgamesh, like the wine there. Again, it's got like the whole like Mesopotamian type style of music going on too. That's cool. That's a cool animation.
Mighty, the crown
That was
prince
cool.
of Kremnos, warrior of Akama, alone lion,
Yeah, again, no audio.
A man among man, a man.
Stop!
Man!
Is it really that
Yeah, we do need
exciting?
SFX. We do need the
To be
SFX.
honest, Mighty is my idol.
Jezza, stop it.
He's the ideal version
You're all
of
trying to make me
myself.
laugh. Stop it.
I aspire to be like him. Strong, unyielding, a real tough guy. No,
Yeah, bro, it's literally
tough
Gilgamesh.
bird.
A tough guy. Do you
This
mean
music
like
sucks, by the way. I hate it. Like
bathing in
at the
iron,
beginning
Mr.
part when you're like talking to March
Or
7th,
perhaps drinking
and it's
the
like
blood of your
this part's fine. It's
enemies?
like,
Baby.
Ah.
Some of Kremnos' signature pomegranate
hurts.
juice.
That hurts.
You know, stuff like that. Oh.
Give me 500 push-ups. I'll count.
give yourself 500 push-ups. Like I would love characters like this,
Focus on the
Mighty,
show first.
in Wuthering Waves.
Push-ups on the spot isn't appropriate.
This dude looks so damn cool.
Viewers wouldn't enjoy watching it either.
Don't
know?
be so sure.
They definitely wouldn't.
The 3.0 music as a whole was mid.
Back to the topic. In the previous story, against Nikedor's attack, Mighty single-handedly held
No,
back
I would
the
love a character like
rampaging
this.
Titan, buying precious
Like
time
this.
for his
This
companions.
Mighty,
He's so cool.
despite all my flaws with
Handsome.
Honkai Star or whatever,
Totally. Even though he might
their character
seem
designs
unapproachable
are
at
incredible.
first, once you get to know
The
him,
character designs
you'll see
are
he's super
impeccable.
reliable.
Through rigorous
So I'll never knock him for that.
self-discipline,
Never.
day in and
I would
day
never.
out, he's always ready to step
Sensing these
up
naked
at
men,
critical
he's half
moments.
naked. Again, you get it right. You say
If I
bald
had
and
such a
balding, you say naked,
dependable
it's half
and
naked.
capable
Get it right,
leader,
Raj.
I'd
Please, for the
follow
love
him
of
to the
God.
ends of the earth. But there's a line in this character description that really caught my attention.
Okay.
The blood of patricide flows through Kremnos' royal line. Ooh,
Okay.
sounds like Mighty bears a heavy past.
Castrum Kremnos has a tradition of being crowned in blood.
Crowned
Since
in
its founding,
blood.
every new king of Castrum Kremnos has killed the reigning king to claim the throne.
The way he's speaking is a bit
without
weird.
Exception.
Yikes! So that's how it is in a city.
The
that
way he's
worships
speaking is a little bit
strife.
weird, I've got to be honest.
Bloody
His voice is good.
succession to the throne.
Delivery, not quite there.
Because of this tradition, and a prophecy foretelling Mighty's eventual ascension, his father cast him into the Sea of Souls shortly after his birth, attempting to kill him before he could grow up.
That's so cruel! How could he bring himself to do that?
But, in the end, Mighty returned to Castrum Kremnos
Okay.
with an immortal body. He led the
Oh,
discontented
that's,
citizens of Kremnos
um,
away from their mad king, wandering the land
Achilles, isn't it?
waging war until he joined the flame chase journey.
That's Achilles,
What doesn't kill him only makes him stronger, huh?
basically.
But why did Mighty refuse
Kinda different.
the core flame of
It's
strife?
like, it's
and
it's
took the
mixing
fight
several different
instead?
Greek myths
This
into one.
combat prowess, if he accepted it, he'd surely become the most powerful demigod. An
It's mixing
unstoppable force on the flame
Hercules,
chase.
or Heracles, should I say,
Strife,
and
slaughter,
Achilles at the same time.
glory. These have been the traditions of Kremnoans
Because
and their
Heracles
destiny
was
for 1,000
sent
years.
serpents in his crib
But is this
to kill him
destiny
while he was a
truly
child.
what the Kremnoans
So that,
deserve?
but then Achilles
I
was dipped in the river
refuse
Styx
to
by
let
his
such a
mother, held
bloody
by
tradition
the
continue.
heel,
But Dee,
and
the
he
Kremnoan
came back with
people in
like a
Akama have
immortal,
always
like
expected
indestructible
you to
body.
ascend the throne, lead them back to their homeland, and restore their glory. Now that we've reclaimed Nikedor's core flame and located the whereabouts of Castrum Kremnos,
Yeah.
how will you answer their expectations?
Give me more time to think.
Okay.
Ah, as the last prince, he is burdened with the fate of an entire
The first Berserker
kingdom.
Kazan.
He must consider
That
their
game was pretty
honor
cool.
and sense of belonging while forging a truly beneficial path for them. Oh, what a heavy task.
A 300 reference. It's just Greek
The Kremnoans.
Greek references
Stay
here,
tuned for
Spartan
the
type references.
Trailblaze mission and version 3.1. No matter what,
Okay.
I can guarantee one thing. When
Guarantee
Mighty is
more yap?
around, he'll have you back,
Oh.
especially in battle.
I think
Mighty
mine's
is an
more true.
imaginary
Okay.
character following the path of destruction. In combat, he
Okay.
leverages his undying body to engage the enemy.
Mhm.
His undying nature grants him an extremely high max HP.
In battle, I
So he
utilize
is-
my
he is a
HP
HP,
advantage against the enemy.
He's
By consuming my HP,
HP creep.
I also unleash even greater power.
Mighty keeps track of his total HP
Blade.
loss during combat. Once the
Blade.
accumulated loss reaches a certain threshold,
Yeah.
he enhances himself, fully demonstrating his prowess as the Crimnoan warrior. During this time, he unleashes a storm
The animation's
of attacks
pretty
on his
cool.
enemies, dealing massive damage.
The line
and
in the
showing
background
them
there,
the
I think there's a
wrath of
reference to
Kremnos' crown
Leonidas.
prince.
Wow! He is so imposing! Like a lion dominating the
Yeah.
battlefield!
New version of
My
Blade.
enhanced state. I sacrificed defense for greatly increased HP.
Berserker.
and max
Yeah,
HP.
because I'm the
As my
Berserker.
HP continues to drop, my abilities transform further, delivering even more destructive blows to my
Oh, so his attack animations change depending on how many and how much HP he has.
The world's final breath.
A truly death-defying combat style. The spirit
This
of
is cool.
Crimnoan warriors
I
does
like this.
no joke.
All right, next, let's take a look at version 3.1's banners.
In version 3.1's
okay.
first half warp
Right.
event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited
Like
5-star
Dungeon, like
character
Blade, like all the other like
The
sacrifice health
limited
for
5-star
damage
light
type
cone
characters. Yep.
of Time Where a Flower will also have a boosted drop rate.
Okay.
In version 3.1 second half warp
This is
Trailblazers
wait. This
can acquire
here.
the limited
Wait a sec,
5-star character
the,
Mighty.
light cone.
Limited
His light cone's
5-star
cool.
light cone,
That is
Flame of
cool.
Blood, Blaze My Path will also have a boosted drop rate.
Additionally, these characters and light cones will be
Oh, she's getting a rerun? Okay.
And all right, time for
You know
a
what they
short
should have
break.
said?
The
When
program
these
will
characters are getting
resume
real, they
in
should have
just
said,
a few moments.
"Who are they?" That would have been fun. Okay, so next one here. 4A2 KLE F P G F. Anything interesting? Interesting designs, interesting characters. But the actual way they're telling it is not the best, I'll be honest. Maybe it's just like I'm not used to this. I don't watch these HSR live streams often. I think I've seen like 2 before in the past ever. Yeah, the lion in the background there, I think that's a reference to Leonidas, because Leonidas is the Greek original old name for lion, you know. So I do think it's a reference to Leonidas, and also a mix of both Heracles and Achilles. No quality of life updates, nothing in terms of quality of life yet.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at the new content coming in version 3.1.
Okay, new content.
First, the Divergent Universe will introduce a brand new research topic related
Okay,
to
new
Amphorius.
Divergent Universe.
Divergent Universe?
Wrong code?
What's that?
Did I?
Oh, right. Mighty, you might not know yet. Simply put, it's a study on mortals and fate. As mentioned earlier in the program in version
It's
3.1,
4A2.
the
Got it. Okay,
Trailblazer
I'll
will
change
head
it.
to the Grove of
Thank you.
Epiphany, a renowned academic institution in Amphorius. The scholars of the grove wove vast amounts of knowledge into the memory of the sacred tree. However, due to the corrosion of the
Detergent
black
universe?
tide, much of this network has decayed, leaving only fragments
Okay.
of text intact.
4A2. Got it.
Therefore, the
Thank you,
Grove's
thank you.
librarians hope the Trailblazer can become the inheritor of this
Wake you up when something
library's knowledge,
is interesting.
preserving these memories and passing on the flame.
Okay,
of
this is just an
Amphorius'
extension
civilization.
on the current
Even in this era of endless strife
endgame.
and the relentless black tide,
It's the same thing, but it's
as long
another
as
area.
true history remains,
Neuro
the flame
diff-
of civilization will endure.
That's right! The Grove not only collects
comment.
myths and histories of Amphorius, but also records the Trailblazer's journey. By
Okay.
integrating Titan technology, they've created Divergent Universe Protean Hero!
Since it's Titan technology, it's bound to be distinct from the
Are they
Divergent
legit like
universe
trying to give
audience
lore
is
reasons
familiar
why we've got this extra Divergent
Whether or
universe?
not your world has a day-night cycle, in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, you must have one.
Oh.
This
Okay.
time, the battles revolve around the day and night system.
Okay.
First,
Actual new
each
shit.
battle alternates between day and night.
Okay.
These two states bring different boosts to combat, and additional effects occur during transitions between day and night.
Okay.
At the start of exploration, Trailblazers must choose
Bit
the
of a
state
different,
that best suits their team's traits.
Bit of a different
As
like
exploration
mechanic thing going in there.
progresses,
Okay,
after
fair enough.
entering
That's
a
fair.
certain number of domains, Trailblazers can also select a day and night blessing, known as Golden Blood's Boons.
The fate version of Hercules?
These
Yeah.
blessings take effect
He's
during
badass.
the corresponding state. Trailblazers can choose different branches
Yeah,
of
this isn't
blessings
Quantum Life. This
to
is just like
further enhance combat effectiveness in
tweaks,
specific
like
states.
extra mechanics in
Figures
the endgame.
appearing on the day and night
Different
blessings
states.
seem so familiar. Why is that?
Indeed. This is also Titan technology and another highlight of Divergent Universe Protean Hero. The new day and night system and its blessings are closely tied to the Titans and the Chrysos heirs.
Okay.
In version 3.1's Divergent Universe,
Right.
6 types of Titan Odes will be available for Trailblazers to experience.
Okay.
More will be introduced in future
More complexity?
versions.
Each
Okay, fair.
Titan
That's
ode
fair.
corresponds to a different buff system.
Hmm.
Trailblazers just need to select the most suitable Titan ode for
Tune
their
words,
team
just
to
to-
tackle
just show, don't
challenges
tell,
with
yeah.
ease.
The Grove's Divergent Universe
I
offers the
don't
most
get why they're like trying to give
authentic and
lore
fluid experience.
reasons
Clearing
to
the
what to
Divergent
this shit. Like
Universe
just like
also rewards Branch of Rights.
Alright.
This can be used in the Titan Ode section to unlock more buffs and upgrade them, as well as uncover the corresponding
Like do we really need like
Titans'
lore
mythological
reasons
tales.
why?
Now, my 3 dear guests, please
Do we?
choose your Titan.
Is it just me?
We're curious about how many Titan stories the Grove has interpreted. So let's go with the one we're most familiar with, Gate of Infinity.
If I could learn more about
Is there a
the
lore reason why
past
they
of
do the live
Nestia
stream?
and the
As
other
it, yeah, this
Titans,
too.
I'm sure it would give the Flame Chase journey a clearer direction.
Who's this girl with the
I'll
cat ears?
choose
Who's this girl with the cat
Chrysalis
ears?
of Gold.
On the right.
Lance of Fury. Let me witness the kind of glory you held in the past.
Ooh, excellent choices. Everyone has very
Yeah, I
clear
really do
goals.
think like they're just
After
like padding all
that,
this out because they don't
Which
have
Titan will you choose?
that much
Albert?
content to deliver to us.
The answer lies in the name of this Divergent Universe.
Cypher. Oh, okay.
Protean Hero.
Oh, okay.
The mysteries of Titan technology.
No, I don't think it's her,
hold
though.
endless possibilities. I firmly believe that if I explore more, I'll uncover more fun, intriguing, and Albert-appropriate ways to play.
Like the attack animations here in like 1 times speed feels like it's being played in like 0.5 times speed. Like 2 times speed should be like the standard one
This
time.
Divergent Universe's conundrum mode
But
will
like
introduce
it's like everything in this game is
astronomical
meant to
division
feel so
Although
slow.
heroes have countless facets, no matter their nature, they all make choices to climb to higher peaks and experience
Yeah,
more
Will and Wave's
intense
live
battles.
streams were way too fast. They could have made that an hour.
Novices like me.
They had so much
are
stuff they could've gone
familiar
through.
with the Divergent Universe. What if they can't
Like,
figure it out?
If Will and Wave's 2.1 livestream was
The Divergent
told like
Universe
this,
of version
it would have gone on for 2
3.1
hours.
Not only includes an astronomical division mode, but also adds a strategy system. Trailblazers can view and apply strategies and even like and save them. After applying a strategy, the system will give a corresponding recommendation to the Trailblazer based on their currently owned equations, weighted curios, and team lineup.
Okay, I just copied your
Additionally,
message,
in the selection
Zenims.
interface for
I'll trust
equations
you.
and weighted
You're probably
curios,
more correct
the
than I
system
am.
will suggest the optimal
So these are
options.
definitely
This way,
true.
You can easily follow the guide and enjoy
I think I was right anyway, but that's just in case.
experience in the Divergent Universe. Through the strategy system,
Okay.
you can also jump to an external web page for more information or even upload your own strategies.
Not only that,
Eh?
in Divergent Universe Protean Hero, enemy drops will also transform into special materials.
Enemy drops. Are you referring to the materials used for character ascension and traces leveling?
Okay, that's all it is. Okay.
Correct.
I thought it was
When
something
you're
like
short on
actually
materials
interesting.
For character ascension or traces leveling,
This is just stuff
the
you'll
enemy
need
drops can be
to
automatically
like level up
exchanged for
these new
special
characters. That's about it.
materials. Moreover, this update adds a new exchangeable 5-star Remembrance Light Cone and Herta's store. Rewards like avatars and phone wallpapers from Divergent Universe, the human comedy. Will
I thought it was
also
like
become
something
available
new,
in Herta's
like some new kind of moldable resin type
In addition
thing,
to the
or I don't know.
thrilling challenges of the
But no, it's
Divergent
just
Universe,
new
version
Ascension materials,
3.1
which is like
also
kind of
brings
obvious.
lighthearted and
You don't need to
adorable
announce that
events
you're gonna
for
get new
First
items
up, let me
to level the
introduce
character. That's
the
obvious.
Awoo firm.
Awoo? Awoo!
Wait, wrong species. The Awoo here refers to the chimeras of Amphorius.
Oh,
Still no skip buttons
that's what
so far.
chimeras sound like.
That's right. Chimeras
I mean, these are incredibly cute.
artificially nurtured,
I would love to have one of these as a
creatures.
pet, you know?
The residents of Amphorius train these chimeras to help with simple tasks, And the AWOO firm is the organization they
Who
work
came up with that
for.
name? Like AWOO firm.
Go to work too?
Surprised, Mr.
I just want to check the viewership. I just want to check the viewership. Hang on a sec.
Significant damage to Arkema.
59,000 on HSR on the English side. 82,000 on the JP side. Guys,
However,
82,000
among the
right now.
chimeras,
Japan
there's a
is
particular
killing
squad
it.
that hasn't been performing up to expectations lately.
So, Trailblazers can take on the role of manager.
Like almost
personally
double.
helping the Chimera Squad turn things around and become the strongest
Almost double.
team of all.
The work objectives are clear, but how do we achieve them?
When it comes to work, each chimera has different strengths and, of course, shortcomings. Trailblazers can assign suitable chimeras to tasks, adjust the team composition based on their
Right.
traits, and create the strongest squad possible.
And do you see them
After
do...
that, the chimeras
Okay.
will automatically carry out their work.
Right.
As the manager, Trailblazers just need to supervise.
The leaderboard will show team rankings. Keep aiming for a higher performance ranking to help the Chimeras outperform
You hear what she just
other
said?
squads and become the ultimate
Trailblazers will just need to
champions.
supervise. As in,
Doesn't
like,
sound
just need to
too hard.
watch.
Even someone like Finan
As
can
in-
handle this with ease.
As in, you literally don't do
Be so
anything.
mean to Snowy. And don't underestimate the Chimeras.
These are cute
Steve.
as shit.
Each
These are
one
really
has a
cute.
unique name,
But you literally
appearance, and
don't do anything.
personality.
As a manager, you need to understand your employees to assign tasks effectively. Plus, there are some tricky characters to watch out for. For example, there's Shock Force, who is overly eager, and Old Honest, who silently endures everything.
Yeah, it's all auto. It's all auto, and you just set them up, you line them up, press, and like, you send them off, and then you do nothing.
All right. Let's move on to the next version of it.
It's literally AFK. Whatever.
Recently,
It's
in
an
Arkema,
AFK game.
There's been a surge of counterfeit antiques made with
Yeah, AFK
cutting-edge
journey,
technology,
AFK minigame, idle minigame,
conning
yep.
many residents. In the event
I mean, they're cute,
Holy
they're really
City
cute.
appraisals, Trailblazers will assist Theodoros, the antique shop owner, in appraising these treasures and cleaning up the antiques market.
Super auto pet
Appraisals?
battle?
Well, Finan's weird hobbies are rubbing off on others. Ugh. Besides, how can the Trailblazers, as outsiders,
The whole her is
appraise
auto?
Amphorius' antiques?
Don't worry, it's simple. Trailblazers only need to submit different materials to Theodoros daily, and the rest will be handled by him.
Okay.
I
But you choose which one plays for you. Yeah,
promise there'll
you
be
line
no
up, you choose
shortage
which
of
one
fun
like
and
lines
brave
up,
stories,
and you send them off, and you don't do
Trailblazers.
anything after that.
Okay, now let's take a short break, and the show will resume when we're back.
Okay. Another code. I'm covering it. I do apologize for covering the code, but I'll get it right this time. DB22LWYXPSY3. Okay. Okay, they've shown us the typical stuff that we're like expected, like an extra area in the Divergent universe, 2 new characters. They showed some of the kit. The game, I'm sorry, but the game looks, the minigame looks pretty bad. Is it just me? Am I being too critical? But I think the game, the minigame there, whatever, that adorable. The chimeras, I love the chimeras. They look so cute. But it looks boring as shit. Why the code's not actual words? I mean, to be fair, Hoyoverse has always done that.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Up next,
1, 2, 3, 4,
a few
5,
more
6,
version
7,
updates
8,
to
9, 10.
Share with everyone.
Free temple.
I heard
Thank
from
you
a
very much.
Trailblazer about an old
good.
friend called
good.
the Gift of Odyssey.
Yeah, that's right.
Free temple.
In version 3.1, Trailblazers can once again earn a 10 warp reward
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
Gift
reruns of Yunli
Odyssey
and Huohuo.
check-in event.
Huohuo is really good. Actually,
Additionally,
I've already
version
uninstalled, but
3.1
if I was still playing, I probably would try and pull for
introduces
Huohuo.
materials for everyone.
Or might no, they're both pretty
Stagnant
good.
Shadow, shape of gelid moon,
Okay, what?
and Stagnant Shadow, shape of slog gyre.
New
will be
character essential
available
materials.
soon. Successfully challenging these will provide Treebees and Mighty's essential materials, respectively.
Amphorius also brings new golden calyxes. Now you can farm credits and experience materials there
Do we need to know that?
Version 3.1 also introduces 2 new sets of planar
Okay,
ornaments.
this here, the planet
Bone
elements,
Collection's
sure.
Serene Domain and
Like,
Giant
planar
Tree
elements,
of Wrath
sure.
Brooding.
Any new
You
sets?
can
Sure,
quickly
I get that.
obtain
It's
them
fine.
through the planar
But like, do we
ornament
need to have
extraction function
the
in
new
Dice
essential?
Universe.
Why would
In
you?
version 3.1, the
Why would you,
Planar
like,
Fisher and Realm of the
whatever.
Strange Events will also return. Completing them will earn you double rewards.
We've got loadouts.
Exactly.
I didn't hear any
That's
loadouts.
not all.
I didn't hear any
Version
loadouts. No.
3.1 brings several system optimizations to Trailblazers.
No stats.
First, the material synthesis system will be optimized. The process of synthesizing trace materials will become much more convenient.
Okay.
Does that mean we can synthesize purple materials directly from green ones?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
This eliminates
fair.
some of the cumbersome.
Okay, that's fair.
extra
That's a good upgrade.
Moreover, the build guide will also receive an update. In version 3.1, when you set a character as the build target, the
Okay.
Interastral Peace Handbook will display all the materials
Okay.
needed for building that character, along with shortcuts to relevant stages to farm those materials.
Yeah, that's fair. That helps.
After each preview ends, Trailblazers can
That's fair.
even set newly revealed characters as their build target and start farming the necessary materials in advance.
That's good.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, no, that's
Preparation
good.
So much
I like that.
easier.
And it looks
That
like
is
we
good.
received a
That's
special
good.
announcement from the project team. Let's take a look.
Like in advance as well. And everyone and the Honkai series narrative after the launch of Unforest version 3.0. We see a lot of feedback. It's just about from our Trailblazers. From what we've seen, certain aspects of version 3.0 didn't achieve the results we were aiming for. One sec, I need to move myself. Sometimes you have to push the ball multiple times just to open a door, or do a lot of running around before you could face a Titan. This feeling of fatigue doesn't really fit with Honkai Star's signature style. That's why we've been reviewing and optimizing the main story experience, including both. I'm just going to turn myself off. Apart from what we've mentioned earlier in the developer radio, apart from streamlining text and optimizing puzzles, we're also reworking the mission progression system. For example, in version 3.0, when Trailblazers journey to the past in the Castrum Kremnos, there's no more need for backtracking. Okay. Instead, you reach the initial destination through an accessible path. Okay. We'll move to the outside. Optional content from Trailblazers to explore. Of course, it extends to dialogue, performances, and exploration elements. Performances! Let's fucking go! More performances, please. Good. Thank you. Gameplay designer, give us more gameplay, please. We're also making changes to 3.1. Good. Good. Version 3.1 example, we reduced the number of... No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, not that. Don't remove them. Not all of them. Reduce them. Make them better. Don't do that. That's bullshit.
在复盘过程中，我们意识到这样的设计不仅繁琐，也没有很强的趣味性。于是我们将这些并不有趣的
So remove these less engaging elements for the main story.
但是仍会保留地图中围绕这些扎格列斯之手的谜题设计，供抱有探索欲的开拓者自行发现。希望我们的调整能让开拓者更好地探索魔法罗斯，享受解谜乐趣。同时也欢迎开拓者。
That's not what we were saying. That's not what I was saying anyway.
Thanks,
I mean,
Project
at least they
Team.
addressed it, kind of, but it's like, I think,
That brings us
were
to
they
the
listening
end of
properly?
today's
Like, seriously?
special program. Any final thoughts from our guests?
I hope everyone enjoys diving deeper into Amphorius' story. We can't wait to create more memories with all of you.
It's
May
like they
your
were,
blade
like,
never break, but forever press forward.
There are still
It's like they heard what was being said, but they heard a muffle.
Waiting to be
what
discovered.
was that?
I
Oh,
hope you'll forge
what?
deeper bonds.
You
with
don't
this
want any?
world
Alright, we'll remove
and
them.
its
No, it's
people.
not. We didn't see
And
what.
of course,
Fuck.
the
Oh,
play of
God, that's not what was
Chimeras
being
wait
said.
for us to lead them. Well, thank you to all our viewers.
They
for
said they're going
tuning in.
to. They said they're going to
And
like
now
improve the
version
performances.
3.1 special program has
They said they're
come
going to improve the
an end.
performances.
That's a wrap. Bye bye.
Was that it?
Farewell.
Was that it? I'm gonna move myself over here just in case. Oh, that was it. All right. Right. The quality of life thing on the synthesis and also the character planner. Decent. Fine. Not great, but fine. And in terms of like what they showed us and when they were addressing the 3.0 thing and whatever, I don't think they really understood what the problem was. I don't think they understood what the problem was, like at all. I'm really confused. Well, I'm not confused. I know. No. Yeah. They didn't. That's not what was being asked for. Am I nuts? Am I crazy? Better than nothing? I don't know if you're being serious right now. Smack gave it a 3 out of 10. Oh, that live stream? Yeah. Yeah, that live stream was not it. I think this is the problem. They just don't want to change it because they're just being lazy. Yeah. That's not it. Again, you know, it's an idle game now. Like, it's literally an idle game. Well, the minigame section was an idle game. Could we just get Devil May Cry Part 2? Maybe. No story improvement, no more animations. Yeah, they didn't really address that at all. Like, they said they're going to improve the performances, so we're just going to have to see. But I really would have liked them to address specifically the visual aspect of how they tell the story. Smack's disappointed. I don't blame him. Yeah, I'm gonna. One second. Let me just. Let's go. Let's see what it's saying right now. Because that was not it.
With my day. Yeah. See, but Pokey's immediately locked in on the content. He's fishing for. He's already trying to farm.
Yeah. Yep. So that makes sense. Like, Pokey's like trying to.
Hey, I respect it, man. Hey,
put a spin on it. Like, we got that much.
I saw somebody in his chat say 3 out of 10. That's insane.
Yeah, 3 out of 10. That makes sense.
Yeah, I saw somebody in his chat say 3 out of 10.
So, like, extended story yapping, yes. PS1 showcase, PS2 design. Like, Smack disappointed, yeah. More HP inflation, almighty, maybe. Poke coping take, yes. So we've basically just we've already got a bingo. We've already got the first line up here. It's already bingo. It's already bingo. We don't even need to do anymore. We've like straight up.
3.1 rating is a.
That was
out of 10. Looks to be
3 out of 10. I agree. Like,
you know, I'm not even gonna say that. Patch 3.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, that's completely fair. Yeah, we've already got here. I don't think we need to do any more on this anymore. No, but we didn't have any black screens though. To be fair, devs listened. No, definitely not this one. Definitely not this one. Less resources? No, they give us more resources. Like, that was something that was really weird. Hang on. Right. Let me just mute. This less resources. Why were they giving like full-on graphics to the Ascension materials? I'm confused. Has that ever happened before? Look at Japan chat. Oh, this is still going on. Oh, they had more. They had more content. Like, I'm guessing they had like some. It's still going on right now. I'm looking. This is going so fast. I don't know if this is live. This chat right now, guys, this is live. Japanese chat is going fucking insane. But I can't tell if 9:15. It's catching up. Hang on. People saying the story was fine. I'm looking at here. Some people are saying, "Oh, Genshin could never." Okay. People saying, "Oh, we enjoyed the story." Yeah, I think it's delayed. I think it's catching up now. Don't worry about it. But still, the chat is going really, really fast. I'm looking at it though. Aidan, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. Everyone's saying thank you. everyone's saying you're going too far. I agree. The stuff that they're saying that they're going to do, like remove all the enemies, that's going too far for sure, for sure, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, they're saying, aren't you? Sorry, chat's in the way, guys. I'm just gonna saying, aren't you deleting too much right now? Like why are you deleting that? I agree. They shouldn't delete all that shit. That's not the problem. That was not the problem. Eraser magic, like erasing everything. This is the Japan's. This is JP's reaction right now. 1 second. Can I move this to the side and make this bigger? 1 second. Let me just move this aside. Okay. What is it already finished? Thank you so much. Good. Okay. Good night. Wait, is it already finished? Okay. Thank you very much. Good. Yeah. I'm interested. Like, I want to get this entire chat. Chat replay. I'm going to reload. I've got 1 second. Let me put it to the side here. Transform, fit, reset. Okay. I'm gonna do that. And then I've got this I don't know if it'll allow me. I've got this YouTube comment search thing here that allows me to bring up the chat, like the actual chat that was up here. Usually, I might have to wait for it. It might not allow me, but like no. That was they did not hit it. They did not get it. They did not understand what the problem was. Okay, 1 second. Am I getting spook? Oh wait, shit. Okay, let me just jump in here.
It's just weird seeing the not straight. Also, was good, Ryuku.
Hello.
It's like weird not seeing you like actually looking directly at the camera.
Good morning, Ryuku. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll be real. I'm legitimately doing it just to be different.
Yeah. I mean, listen, fuck it, why not?
So here's my plan, right? Here's why I'm doing this. I'm going to condition my audience to only like this camera angle. That way they can't watch any other camera angle on Twitch because every other camera angle is the same. So eventually I'm going to groom my chat to only be able to watch this angle of camera angles.
You're grooming your chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the only part that I mean,
absolutely.
Jarvis, clip that. Xbox, record that.
I wonder why my camera does not work in here. This is so beyond gay. What if I do this? Oh, there we go. Nice.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right.
New camera angle. Looking nice.
Yeah, dude, I think it's great too, man. I feel like it looks professional.
I like it. I really like it, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, chat, what do y'all think? Yo, chat, who has the best camera angle here? St. Thomas, what the fuck you laughing at, boy?
I do. I have Stone Cold in the background.
That's awesome. Bro, you look like you live in a fucking trash dump, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. So much shit back there, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, someone commented on like one of my videos of like me like shitting about Genshin, like, fuck you, I can't listen to you, you don't clean your room. I was like, you know what? Nah, they got me. He got me. I ain't gonna lie to you. He cooked my ass.
You just got way too much shit back there, man. You got to reduce a little bit. You don't need all that.
Whoa, that's my childhood wrestling ring, bro. That ain't going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I get
You have a whole ass wrestling ring in the back?
Bro, as a 26-year-old, if every man doesn't have a wrestling ring, they're not a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have your childhood wrestling ring.
Dude, I should get a fucking real size wrestling ring right behind me. That would be
awesome. That would be gas. It's like just get a real wrestling ring in your backyard.
Yeah, or stream inside of a wrestling ring at all times. And like hire like random midgets to wrestle behind you during the
that'd be great. What's happening? He's just getting his ass beat. Don't worry about it. Let's go back fishing. You know?
Yo, Chad, can anybody go to Unk Smack's chat and tell him to get the fuck in the call like he asked? Like, holy shit, man. Get his old ass in here, bro.
Fuck it. Saint, what time is it for you right now? It's early, right?
Yeah, it's like 4:20.
Yeah.
4:23.
Is it
4:20?
Okay.
Is it the time?
Riku, where are you from, by the way?
Do you know I live in Japan?
It's like its whole thing, man.
Yeah.
Cap started that. Cap started that, by the way. That wasn't me. Like Cap started that.
Anytime
Wait, you
someone
don't
says
live in
an E-
Japan?
No, I do.
No, he does.
I do.
Oh, okay.
What started the
It's
thing?
all
No,
a lie, bro.
the joke of like, did you guys know I live in Japan? That started from Cap because I was like telling Cap about this Jap thing, and Cap was like, "God, Ryuko, we know you live in Japan. Did you guys know you live?" And she like went off on one. I'm like, "Yeah, that just became a thing."
Was good, Smack.
Yo, what's up, man? I came in here and Ryuko was going off. That's exactly what I expected.
It's about Japan too.
He knew.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Y'all doing all right, man? Sorry for the
Chilling,
wait.
man.
Thanks for waiting for me. I just wanted to get that shit scheduled.
Nah, you all good, man. Everything's great. Honestly, we just get into this shit because I know some of you guys are probably really tired. So I say let's just fucking bang this shit out.
No, I'm chilling.
Yes, sir.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. No rush.
Man,
Oh, okay, great.
I just had my coffee.
I will be real. I know at least 2 of us have plans today. Today's an important day to
Get
some
laid.
people. Today's fucking Valentine's Day, bro. Oh my god. I hate this fucking day, bro. I hate
Sounds like
it.
a you problem, bro.
Really? I'm not. It's nice.
No, it's not. I don't need
No?
a corporation to
y'all
tell
look
me,
smaller.
oh, this is the day that you need to do this for that.
Mm.
Fuck that.
No. I'm an insensitive boyfriend. Yes, I do. I need to be reminded. Okay, so I need
Okay.
Instagram to tell.
You're like, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll only hit you once today.
Maybe I'll give you one stutter, not
Yeah,
two, just one.
man.
Damn.
All right. Would anybody like to? But yet, I'm gonna send some requests out to you guys to get a knock on y'all's Twitch chat. If you
Oh,
guys
shit.
want to share chats, you're more than welcome to. You don't have to. I just figured I'd extend the olive branch. And yeah, let me send a couple of these knocks out to merge chats. If I remember how to do this, let's do 1, 2,
Oh, Chad, give me
everybody.
2 seconds. I gotta log into my.
Yeah. What if I knock on your stream right now?
I think it
that
does
would
it.
that would fuck everything up. I'm pretty sure. I think don't do that.
All
Wait,
right, here we
actually,
go.
Okay.
Let's go to accept.
I
Damn,
don't-
that shit, they changed, they updated it. It's now like bright pink for Uncle Smack. That's perfect.
Hell yeah. Saint Tontas. Yep. And then
No, it's
Ethan.
Okay.
Why do you not wait, Ethan, are you not partnered on Twitch?
No, I am.
Why?
I don't know
What?
why-
Huh?
Hey, wait, hold on. I think if I knock to you, it won't fuck it up. I think it actually.
Yeah, try.
adds me.
I don't think I'm not partnered, but I have
Oh, yeah,
knocked on
request
before.
that.
You've had a knock, but you're not partnered?
Yeah, it's possible to knock, but not be partnered. I'm sure.
Okay, wait, no, I
Are
thought
you
you
supposed
as
to
well.
accept multiple collab requests or just one?
Just should just be one.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
once he starts one, everyone else can ask to join. I just
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says
Oh, I
wait
got it.
post.
Yeah.
I just got one by Ethan that said he wants to.
Oh, you
collab
did?
Right
Yeah,
after
yeah.
That's why I
Ethan
was
join up.
confused.
Ethan join up.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
yeah. It
Accept.
says I'm waiting for host.
That's all. Good.
Accept.
Hey, guys,
Okay,
I'm
there
gonna
we
be
go.
honest with you,
Cool.
man. I almost ended my stream after that one, bro. I guess I'll save it for
I'm
the
glad you
cast,
did.
I
Do you
know.
want to?
Well, it's
We'll wait
because
for
I
you.
had love for tech, and I told Ryuko
I wanted to talk with him. I was like, you know what, bro? Fuck, I want to end stream right now. I'm not you're not happy about the patch?
You guys not feeling too good about it?
Wait, guys, I didn't watch it. What happened? I heard it was just shit.
Oh,
Well,
happened?
we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I heard
we
they had
don't-
super auto
save it
pets
for the
or something.
podcast, man.
Yeah, that shit looks gas, by the way. Let's get into it. We'll make this real quick. Smack, how much time you got?
Brother, I'm not gonna just bail out on you, man. Whatever
Okay.
time you need, man.
Whenever his
yeah.
PC crashes.
I'm shooting for 45 minutes. Maybe it'll
Okay.
go longer. We'll say.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got a lot to talk about here today. We are on the Gacha Cast. Once again, I am joined by Saint Tontas, Ryuko, Ethan, Gacha, Smack, and Genocide. You probably know them before. They've been on previous episodes. We were talking about things in the terms of more recently into the early section of the podcast. We're talking about the HSR 3.1 live streams, how we all feel about it, as well as other games like Wuthering Waves 2.1, Genshin Impact 5.4, and most likely Limbus Company. At the very end, there will be spoilers. If you do not want to listen to that part, skip that. But for all Limbus enjoyers, there will be a section of that and anything else anybody wants to talk about. But without further ado, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to every single channel here. Go follow them all on Twitch. The link will be in the description. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Let's get into it. All right, anyways, YouTube mode over. What did you all think of the HSR live streams, and what did y'all's chat think? I'm curious. Anybody wants to jump in for that?
Could have been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that Divergent universe actually doesn't look that bad.
Hmm.
It looks kind of interesting. But other than that, it's just a fucking patch, and it should have been 20 minutes. I feel like they really like that VA's voice. What card is that? That looks familiar. and it's like, holy fuck, bro. Like, it's too early for this. Like, get this shit the fuck out of here. Like, 20 minutes, get it over with. That's it.
Okay. All right. Smack, what'd you think, man? You said you wanted to end stream after that shit.
It gave me a bit of nostalgia of 3.0 storytelling, bro. I was like, that's a lot of waffling and not a lot of telling. I mean, showing. I asked my chat at the end of the stream. I said, "What do you guys rate it?" Actually expecting to see like some 6s and 7s. They went with 1, 2s, and 3s, just like I did. So even the chat unanimously was pretty fucked up. You know what's funny is I went into the actual bot chat, the HSR chat, and even people in there were complaining. I said, "Holy shit!"
Oh, I thought you were about Mr. Pokey's chat.
No. No, it was bad, man. It was bad. It was that Teletubby vibe. It looks like they're targeting like a child, and instead of like even a teen, and not even targeting a teenager. It looks like they're targeting a child, man. It's pretty bad.
Wait. Speaking of Teletubby, did you guys see the new collaboration MiHoYo's doing with one of their games with Teletubbies?
No shot.
No. The fuck up.
No way.
They're not.
Tears of Themis. You guys know that game? That's like the deep space that they own. Teletubbies official collab. I'm gonna link this in the Discord.
No, there's no way.
That's fucking insane.
Oh wait, no, this is gonna ruin my whole day.
I'm not even making this up, bro.
That's just nuts.
Wait, it's real.
Oh no, it is real. Yo, that is fucking crazy.
The fuck? Okay, I'm gonna make a whole ass 40-minute.
Yeah, I thought you would like that, especially, bro.
That's insane. Holy shit.
Yeah, that is insane.
I don't get it.
Smack made the perfect segue to that, bro. Like, holy.
Is that still a dating game too, or am I bugging? Is it not?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be able to date Tinky Winky right now. Let's go. Fucking hell.
What the fuck? Yeah. They explained it's like literally the way they did everything is the literal opposite of Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves was too much information in too short of a time.
Yeah.
Theirs was too short information in too fucking long of a time, man. It was horrible.
So okay,
let's in the middle.
Let's break this down bit by bit. Jonathan, I know you didn't see any of this. Feel free to skip to the live stream while you want.
No,
but,
yeah, that's what I've been doing, bro. It looks boring as hell, man.
Hell
like,
yeah.
The first half was like My Day and Tribby.
Mm.
Like that's it.
Yes. That's a great talking point. Any overwhelming thoughts on Tribby? Let's focus on Tribby right now. Are we excited for her? How are we feeling about that?
She's adorable, but I don't really care.
Yeah, Tribby, I like her for meta purposes, and that's it. I don't even like how she looks, and I y'all know I'm not a fan of the smaller characters. It's not even that. I just don't like her hairstyle, bro. I don't like anything about her, honestly. But meta wise would be the only reason I'm picking her up.
Yeah, I was told to get her for Herta, and that's it.
Buffs, debuffs, AoE, that sort of thing. Like, yeah, her kit's pretty decent, but like, just personally, like her voice sounds really reminiscent of Paimon as well. Was it just me? Like, it's like an octave, either it's like pure Paimon. Like, can she just shut up, please?
I thought she was a higher pitched March 7th.
Mm.
Because I had it like kind of like playing off screen as well while I was watching some of your guys' streams, and I was just like, wait, is that March 7th?
Did you guys see Sayu's tweet about Tribby a couple weeks ago?
Oh yeah.
No way. What?
Did you see this?
Wait, give me. I'm gonna shoot from the hip here and say, is this supposed to be his spouse?
Yes.
Ah, fuck me.
So for anybody who doesn't know, everyone is in this tweet. So Sayu, the voice of Jing Yuan, his IRL wife is the voice actor of Tribby. And so when Tribby came out, he posted a photo of Tribby and say, "That's literally my wife." And then everybody on the internet starts calling this guy a pedophile, bro. It is so funny.
Oh no.
It takes a special amount of brain power to not think how that doesn't look. Just like
I know.
You don't think that's a red flag just to post. It's kind of like, yeah, this fucking Jesus Lord.
It's actually it's so funny, bro. Like that should have you fucking cackling. But yeah. You know, despite popular opinion, I actually quite like.
Like
crazy.
I really like the canon. I think the canon's cool. I think the rocket ship's cool. And you know, she's a kid character that actually doesn't make me want to fucking vomit. I think she just she's not sexualized at all, which makes me happy. She just seems cute, seems fun. I think it's fine. I think they could have done more with her animation for like the stars and sparkles for her alt animation, but other than that, she just looks like a fun character. I will probably pull her unless she's only viable via E1, which I'll just skip on her at that point.
Nah, she'll be solid at E0. And to be
Okay.
fair, you're right, man. As for a
Yeah.
Harmony, now that I think about it, he brings that up for a Harmony character doing all of those attack animations while buffing the team. That's actually a step up from what we normally see from a Harmony character.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think actually looks fun. I also like Trivia in the story too. I thought it was nice how she said if Aglia was going to do anything bad to her, I would have stepped in, which is cool. She's not a pussy, feels cool. And yeah, let's move on to My Day. My Day is something that I am really confused about because he was my favorite character in all of Amphorius design-wise. I think he looks amazing.
Yeah.
JP, he sounds amazing. I was very let down by his kid. I don't know. It did not impress me whatsoever.
Really? I actually
Yeah.
thought
I'm so glad.
I just thought the animations were cool. I feel like there's a lot of people shitting on it. There wasn't anything about it that I was like, that's kind of whack. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just had too low of expectations because I didn't do the story.
Me personally, brother, I had a Spartan in my mind.
Yeah.
I had Pantheon from League in my mind. I had like blood, takeaways, fucking spear, martial arts stuff. And
Some
all I
shit.
saw was a meathead with some crystals and one punch to the ground from like what is with this punch to the ground shit? These devs can't cook up anything else, bro. Like this punch from the ground, buddy from Zenless Zone Zero does the same thing. I'm so tired of seeing that animation. But that was me, Ethan. I'm not trying to take away from your experience.
No,
I was just
yeah.
like,
No, I get that. I get you like from the imagination, like the way it is, like the Greek mythology stuff. Like, I think it'd be something crazy instead of like a red Sanhua. I just thought visually it looked cool, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I get like going in one or more. For sure.
I think when he summons the lion image comes
That
out.
looked
cool. That was cool.
It looks cool, but everything else feels underwhelming. What are you trying to say, Ryuku?
I was gonna say, lore-wise, he seems like a combination of like Heracles or Hercules, Achilles, the way like they explained it, and also in the design with the lion as well. I also got like, speaking of Spartans, Leonidas, because his name Leonidas actually about Leonidas and lions as well. Like lore-wise, My Day is really damn cool. Like, and also design-wise, he looks like a Gilgamesh. We all know that as well.
Absolutely.
And also when he was sitting in the chair, I saw Black Adam. I don't know, like the way you're sitting in the chair, that was like pure Black Adam for me. Like the way you sitting in the throne, but that was really damn cool. I like
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. Well, the original that character, yes. But like, yeah, and also, I kind of liked. I really like the crystals as well. Like the way the crystals looked. The animations were really cool. But like the kit, it was like everyone just saying Blade. It's just another. It's just Blade. We've got another. Like,
it is.
That was
Blade.
disappointing.
It
That
was
was
like-
disappointing. That I will say the kit was whack.
like HP scaling, more HP
Same,
Blade.
actually.
Yeah, it's just Blade.
Yeah,
'Cause, like-
my take on him is that like he didn't really seem to have the most exciting kit, and so I thought the animation side was going to be a bit more original. And I really wish they leaned a lot more into the whole Gilgamesh thing, and then maybe had him like make swords or weapons out of like earth and then throw them at the enemy. That probably would have been a lot cooler. But right now it looks like he's like a budget or not like a budget, but like an earthbender. And it's kind of like, all right, like he's just, like, smashing the ground. Yeah, like crystals are coming up. He makes like one drag or one lion, and like I don't know. It did it. When you see a kit like that seems like so simple, or that we've already seen the kit before. I expected the animations to be like a lot more unique.
Yeah.
They couldn't
Because
afford it,
Blade's
man.
animations were way cooler. Yeah, I know the budget's so tight.
There's nothing they could do.
Yeah,
They tried. They tried with the best they can, bro. I don't know why you're expecting that.
Small
They should've
indie
just got
company.
Teletubbies the Honkai Star Rail. I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah,
Let's
true.
Let's just do some real
With-
stuff, you know.
With
The small game gets the good
voice
form.
acting, bro. The English Dragon Ball Z voice acting. It just, I went from wanting to pull him must have to skip. I'm
Like
skipping him.
I love his voice, but the line delivery was really strange. Was it just me? Like the way he was delivering the line it felt like it was like cut up in like different sections and it stitched together really haphazardly. I was like, what the hell is this line read? So confused.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it, dude. I think that the fishing minigame looks like it has more content than all of this entire patch.
Fishing with it was really good.
I think it actually
actually
got more, bro.
I was
Yes,
fishing
I'm not
before we
seeing
did
much.
this. I'm not gonna lie. Like 4 a.m. like, all right, we're going fishing, boys. Like, fuck it. If I gotta stay
So-
awake.
I think a good talking point, and Ryuk probably he's gonna want to weigh in on this, is them addressing the problems. They just addressed removing some puzzles from the story, and that was pretty much it. No facial expression improvement, no camera angle improvement, no more cutscene, no skip button. Like it just was like, yeah, guys, we're just gonna remove some of these puzzles.
They didn't listen. Like
Thanks for watching.
it really annoyed me when that 3.0 special thing came out and all the videos saying, Steph, listen. I was like, did you guys read what was being said? They didn't listen at all. They're just like, oh, You don't like it? We'll just remove it then. No, that's not what's being said. We didn't say remove it. We said tweak it, fix it, make it better. Don't remove it. Like you literally are not listening. You're like putting a band-aid on something that is people. We want to enjoy this game, but you're not doing it. In terms of the storytelling, we're asking for more camera angles, more facial expressions, more character movement, less black screens, less static images. Have some every now and then. Sure, whatever, fine. But like what you're doing, you're saying, oh, you think it's too long? No, the length was not the issue. The length is fine if you make it good. 10 hours of fantastic storytelling with fantastic story, bring it the fuck on. More, whatever. But this here, the way you're telling this shit, fuck off. No, this is bullshit. And what they're saying is, here's a skip button. It's not a skip button. You can skip certain sections for certain dialogues in certain cases. That's not a skip button. If you miss that because you're like, oh, fuck, click, and, oh, that was a skip button. Fuck, I missed it. Then you're stuck in the dialogue anyway. Fuck me. Just put a skip. There's a skip button in the game already. Like when you're going through a dialogue section and you're fighting a mob at the end and you happen to die for whatever reason, you have to go back and go through the dialogue section again. There's a skip button, right? It's in the top right corner. You have the technology in the game already. Just make it accessible at all times. Is it so fucking hard? You tick a toggle on. There you go. Skip button. Done. Everyone's happy. Let's fucking continue. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
I was talking like XQC.
I knew he was going to have a lot to say about it, bro.
I will say this. I think I don't like the changes.
God.
But I think this proves that you have to fucking speak up, because the fact that they addressed this within 30 days of the patch, I think is fucking cool though.
That was just
like that there was so much negativity, and then like everyone's like, oh, well, you know, it was cool for me. I liked it, so I guess it was fine. And it's like, you could have your personal preference, but objectively, that shit was ass.
I really hate when people can't separate their personal preferences from what is actually going on. It's so annoying.
I loved Destiny 2. That game was fucking dog shit. One of the worst games I've ever played, but I played the fuck out of it for like 1,000 hours. It's like, that's why you need to speak up and talk about these things. And so I will give them props. I'll put them over for a little bit for, again, at least addressing it within 30 days as opposed to waiting months and months and months. But yeah, no, the changes are pretty mid though.
And that was just my thoughts on the story aspect. Not to mention like what they removed, like the actual gameplay part. Like they removed a lot of the mobs. Those too many? Yeah. Oh, so you want them to remove all of them? No. Too many doesn't remove all of them. Just like reduce them. Instead of having like 4 random mobs that you can just get rid of, delete with Akron, make one pretty difficult elite mob instead. In removing all of them, you're just removing less stuff for us to do in the game. In this turn-based action game, we're supposed to play. Like, shut up!
It's kind of like they're like a bitter ex-girlfriend. They're like, oh, okay, well then I'll just get rid of it then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just fucking get rid of it then. You don't like it? Okay, I'll just leave.
That's exactly what happens though. I've seen this with like a lot of Asian games, like Gacha games. When the community gets mad at something and they remove something, they just remove all of it. They kill the whole thing rather than a bit of it. This happens like all the time. I think it's just common. Like, oh, you don't like it? Okay, we'll just kill all of it. Okay, fine. Fuck you. Fine. You don't get anything then.
Yeah.
That happens all the time, man.
You know. No, go ahead, Techie.
I'm going to circle back real quick and then we can continue. I didn't want to say the other concern that I had about My Day is I feel like his numbers are going to be crazy. And then in a year, he's going to be power crept. That's pretty much it.
Next health scaler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blade 2.
Blade 2.
I just wanted to say, actually, fuck me. I lost my train of thought.
It's all right, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
And also, Castorus is going to embody everybody in this entire fucking expansion.
Yep.
She's going to be beyond broken. Yeah, that's why I think it actually is fine to skip My Day to get Castorus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say on the whole like updates, like the whole like quality of life thing. I think it's a bit of a worrying trend when it comes to like how you're seeing Hoyoverse fix their games. Think about things like ZZZ, where the quality of life is removing a feature from the game, the TVs, and now in Honkai Star Rail, the quality of life over here is just removing parts of the story or parts of the experience from the game. To me, it's
but the
turning
TVs
into
were
like
shit though. Like,
yeah, exactly right. It's turning into the point where like the buffs, the quality of life buffs, are actually just like removing quality of death from the game. Where like it's like all of the features that are like not good, that people aren't enjoying, that they're spending development time to put in the first place, the removal of things from the game is what's making it better. And that's just like, holy shit, what are they doing in the drawing board? Like the brainstorming session? What are they doing when they're actually crafting these features where they're so bad that removing them makes the game better?
Well, we all want a skip button, and that's just removing the story.
Right.
Yeah, I honestly, and I know that's one way to look at it, but I'd rather devs understand when they fucked up and remove it than try to fix something that they just fucking can't. Like for example, Wua, I would rather them just take out the beginning 3x because they're so fucking shit. Because they already rewrote it twice and it's still shit. And I wish
It
they would
ruins
just
the new
fucking
player.
It
The new
does.
player
The new player
experience
experience is
is
fucking terrible.
immediately off to a bad start. They should start doing 2.0.
Dude, honestly, yeah.
Just delete
start
1.0, man.
2.0. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, hopefully the devs for Honkai Star Rail actually get their shit together. And I can definitely agree that would be worrisome, but I would rather them just remove something than them have another failed attempt at them trying to fix it, because clearly they just fucking can't. But hopefully in the future, what they do is they remove all the shit we didn't like. They remove all the app from the past, and then in the future, going forward, there's more dynamic camera angles. There's more interesting dialogue, that shit and the other. I'm gonna try to remain positive. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Anybody else have any other thoughts on this?
Just one last quick add-on. Sorry, is I think it's just odd though that it's taking them this long up until the 2.3 update, or is it 3.2 update, to even just remove all these things. I feel like it should have been something that they had ready to go for 3.1 instead of like announcing it when it's like 40 plus days away, like maybe 50, 60 days away. That's when they announced it. It seems like a really long time for something where it's just like they're taking stuff out of the game.
That kind of ties into what I was getting ready to interject with. I genuinely feel like Hoyoverse has seen this happen so many times where they just have to announce any change, even if it's the smallest increment of it. And the community normally just knee jerks, oh, look, guys, this is what we're getting. And they're so used to people just being happy about something that's not really significant. And I feel like that's their plan of attack all the time. Just announce the smallest increment of change and see how they respond. And usually the community goes, oh, see, they're listening. And then they never actually change anything.
Yeah.
Like,
to piggyback off of that, I do think like the community is just so used to eating slop. Like you said, the second they get the little like shimmer of hope, devs listen, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think we are seeing, hopefully we continue to see a trend of change. I don't think change will ever happen against an Impact, but these two other games and the future ones I think will happen.
I'm not sure. I think that Honkai Star Rail might become the next Genshin in some ways, but
I think
it already was for me. It already was for me.
Yeah,
On 2.0.
I think a big thing with the devs listening and all that kind of stuff is actions always speak louder than words, and companies love to promise all sorts of stuff. They say, we'll do this, we're listening, we're doing these things. But I really don't care if they're not actually going to do it. I usually will judge based on the actual result. It doesn't really matter what they say. Sure, we can acknowledge that they are acknowledging it, and that's great. But until they do something, like, I'm not going to praise them and be like, wow, this is so amazing, they're doing these things, until it actually fixes whatever the problem is.
It's like what happened.
People are going to be a lot.
Sorry, I was just going to say, like with the in Genshin, when they had like the craftable artifact thing, I was like, oh, they're actually giving us that option, like finally. But when it actually came to implementing, it was like you can craft maybe one a month if you're lucky, if you do everything, and you have to have the battle pass as well. Like that is not solving the issue. Like the actual function there is great, but like having it be so tedious, and you can only make one, and even then it's only get like 2 substats, and you've also got the RNG on the rest of it. It doesn't solve anything. And the same thing happened in it just all across the board with like Honkai Star Rail as well. Like they're saying that they're going to buff the units. I'll believe it when I see it. Like maybe they do, but like how are they going to buff them? Like everyone's saying, oh, they fixed it. Well, we still don't know yet. How are they going to fix it? They say they're going to address all the story stuff. How are they going to address the story stuff? From what they've told us about how they're going to address the story stuff already, that's not really a fix. We've got hope for the buffs. We're going to see what they're like, but until then, no credit until it drops and we can actually see what they've done, in my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I've only seen spoilers of leaks of how they're going to fix these characters.
Some dreams.
And, yeah, I've seen some dreams. What I've seen is they're just going to increase raw ratios and make them hit harder, and then for certain characters that have inconsistencies, they're just going to make them consistent. That's pretty much all I've seen so far. Maybe that's all it'll take, but I haven't seen them like give him a new ability, give him a new all, and I haven't seen that. I've just seen game buffs. Well, which really concerns me is like, how the fuck, if we buff Blade, how are we going to make him feel better than My Day? How are we going to make him feel like My Day? Because it'll either be the exact same unit, or like I just don't understand how we differentiate it, because the characters are the exact fucking same.
That's the one that's not going to get buffed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he already feels better than My Day from what I saw.
I think we just gotta wait and see until the implementation, right? I think they, I think Hoyoverse is one of the only companies, right, where we see a quality of life update that's supposed to be amazing, like the Genshin artifact selector, and it's so bad on release. They get so much negative feedback that they have to put a quality of life buff for the quality of life buff. Like that might be one of the only companies I've ever seen that requires updates like that. And knowing that track record, I would just be very skeptical of like what they do for the first round of buffs, like what they're actually going to do for the characters, what they're promising, because they're promising a lot,
Dude,
right? And they've already under-delivered multiple times when it comes to the big promises they've made.
That reminds me of that. I'm sorry for interrupt. That reminds me of that fucking that skit where the guy was like, "We put the battle pass inside of the battle pass."
I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, all right, wow.
Okay. Wait, here's a question for you guys though. Let's pretend that they buff a bunch of old units and there's less power creep, and they fix some of the storytelling. Is the game great now? Like, would you be excited for future patches though? Because my question is like, yeah, they're promising these things and it would be great for the game, but does that make the game exciting again? Because 3.0 had like so little hype around it, and people didn't even know that some of these issues would be apparent, such as the storytelling.
For me, honestly, yeah, I actually would be excited. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think HSR is that far gone, to be completely honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really need that much. Just cut down on the dialogue, make the characters feel better, have a longer depth of roster, and have it less be like, figure out what team you're going to build versus how do I tackle this boss. If we get it back to how I can tackle this better than how do I make this team optimal, then I'm super down for that shit. Yeah, no, I still like the game quite a bit. I have a lot of hope for it.
I just think it just needs like actual core feature. I almost feel like more than just like buffs. Like if they just added like a new feature to the combat, I think that would go farther than almost anything else.
Oh, absolutely. No, I 100% agree as well. But yeah, those are the tweaks I want for now. What's up, Todas?
I was gonna say I think if you pulled most of the players that quit, like maybe after like 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and then maybe like quit in like 3.0, like just basically quit across the last 10 months, I feel like a majority of the reasons would be the dialogue bloat in the story, things like taking too long to do. I literally have like an example on my end of just trying to get Harmony Trailblazers E6. It's like stuff like that just feels like a
I gave up.
Yeah, it feels like a chore. It feels like a job at that point to do that shit. And like that plus the power creep, all of your characters from like less than a year ago becoming useless, those have to be some of the biggest reasons for people quitting. And I think that's why that's the stuff being directly addressed by the devs. And I do genuinely believe if those things are actually fixed, they're catching it somewhat early on, then a lot of people will come back to the game. I probably would too. But right now, it's just like, it feels like you're either in a permanent state of catch-up, or it's just like you literally are spending hours on things you don't want to do when you play the game.
No, bro, they don't have to, because the Fate collab, when that rolls around, everyone's going to come back anyways. They don't have to do shit until that. So that's their moment when they got the big comeback. So they can stall until then.
What do you think they're going to do for that? I think
they were just griefing knowing that they had that in the back pocket.
For that,
they can do anything, man.
For that collab, all I expect is just skins. That's all I expect for that collab. That's about it.
Maybe
it's just going to be characters and story. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. I really want to play the game, but I just feel like to me, I'm just kind of like, there's just too much shit. To, like you said, it does feel like a job.
As someone that has 2,000 days login days, 2,000 login days on Fate Grand Order, I don't care about that collab. I'm sorry. It's like, unless it's actually decent. If it's just skins, I'm good.
It's like side game, like gameplay, but then like main game commitment to play HSR. It's kind of weird.
It's not that bad. I don't know. I think all gachas are secondary jobs, though.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I view it as these gacha games. Think of in a 24-hour period, you eat, let's say, 4 meals a day. And 3 of the meals that you're eating a day, not only are they easy to eat, they're easy to digest. I would say that HSR is that 4th meal that's difficult to eat and it's hard to digest as well right now. And if they were to fix the methodical approach to storytelling and give a better visual experience, a better presentation, it would be easier to digest and better to eat as well. I view all these gacha games, the reason, and I feel like tech might have been going into this direction as well, it would fix the problems for me because I'd be able to eat my meal and move on to my next meal, which would be Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. But because the fucking meal is difficult to eat, and it's like fucking up the whole course of the day. If that reference makes sense.
Yeah, you're stuck on it.
I've used the exact analogy.
It feels like Hawkeye Star Wars just doesn't fucking understand anything about storytelling. And I really think things went downhill after Bellabog. I really fucking do. They brought in this Shao Ji motherfucker.
The beginning.
That guy needs to leave.
He's just bad. Like, good lord. Like, but dude, my chat was booing when he came on screen. Because he is the guy who obliterated the story. They're like, oh, he's from Honkai Impact. He's so good. No, the guy sucks.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone praises Honkai Impact 3rd. After Himiko, I don't care about quantum physics. That game has 400 hours of fucking dialogue. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Stop pretending it's the pinnacle of storytelling. That is a visual novel with some fucking Gen 1 gacha gameplay. That bro cooked one good story. I'm sorry. It's just it's not it.
Bro, that community's like a Cowboys fan, bro.
Bro. It's fucking crazy. Like, Ethan, did you do chapter 25? It's 13 hours of quantum physics about 3 black holes. It's like, no, bro, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I think Xiaoji's storytelling is exceptional when you have the skip button in the game. Like,
absolutely.
No, it's exceptional when Himiko dies, bro. Just kill Himiko. It'll change everything.
Yeah. Dude, what I don't get is they honestly need to do that. Like, Dan Heng no longer needs to be in the story. Dan Heng should have stayed in Zhangzhou Luofu. He finished his story. He became Dan Heng ill. Why is he still here? He's done. Yeah. Like, March makes sense. We still don't know what's she about, right? But they're bringing on these characters that their journeys are done, so let them die or get them the fuck out of the story. We don't need them. Yeah.
Don't you want to see him in base form the entire time afterwards after you get to see his cool one? Yeah, all you see is his base form for the rest of the game.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, well, maybe he has a new Dan Heng form. Yeah. He's
that's what's gonna
Super Saiyan level 2.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
and this is Super Saiyan 2.
The thing is, I don't think the writing is the biggest problem.
That's real, right? Surely y'all are joking. There's no way that's real.
I hope they are joking. I don't think the writer is the biggest problem with Honkai Star Rail. It's not the writer. Like, the writer, of course, they're like messing up every now and then.
The writer.
No, the writer's definitely got something to do with it, but I don't think they're the biggest problem. The problem is the director. The director is supposed to take what the writer gives them and like implement it into the story and say, okay, we've got this story here. Okay, this is how we like implement this gameplay aspects into this game. The director is supposed to look at that story and say, okay, this is what's happening here. Put a fight here, put a boss there, put a puzzle there. They're supposed to look at that and implement, interweave as best as they can, gameplay aspects into the story. The story is the writer. The gameplay aspects is for the game devs, and the director is supposed to interweave them correctly. I don't know who they've got directing it, but they're doing nothing. The writer, they're making some stumbles, but they're not the biggest problem. It's the director, and it's their problem. Whatever they're doing, they're just thinking, oh, you got the story? Cool. Copy paste into there, just put some idle animations. Let's go. They're not doing their fucking job. They're being lazy. That is the problem. That's my opinion anyway.
Someone in Smack chat. Oh, yeah, I just want to say someone in Smack chat said this previously. I think Smack said it himself. The cameraman just put down the camera and left. That's what it is. That's been the funniest quote of the new year that I've seen. Like, that's just what it is.
Well, Riku, how can you explain though that a single Japanese dude in his basement can somehow write a manga every single week and have like a damn good story with week waits between each those, and people are hype as fuck every single time, but in HSR people are just like, oh man, this fucking sucks. Like, why can $1 billion company somehow not get that right? But like some dude making like $15,000 a year in his basement is able to write a story by himself that's better than like some famous guy named Xiaoji.
Okay, so on that again, there is a skill issue, but I think there is a difference in like medium there, where like with a manga there, it's a visual and story. Purely story-based medium in manga, whereas this one we're playing a game. This is a game. We're not playing this game for story. Story is a big part of this story-based game, story-driven game. I completely agree with that, but it's like, at the end of the day, we're playing a game. If you don't like give us game stuff to do in the game, you're not a game like at all. That's the problem. If you make whatever this is just fun, you can have the shittest story. I've used this example before. Like, Dumb and Dumber has the shittest story in the fucking world, but the way they present a story is really, really good, and it's really fun, really interesting. You don't have to have great story. You just have to present it and make it interesting while you go across that story. You don't have to have the best story.
By the way, vice versa. Because like, legit, if the story was good, the storytelling does not matter. Because Limbus Company, best gacha story I've ever fucking seen. It's not even fucking close. And their storytelling is PNG 1, PNG 2, every 45 minutes, one PNG image. And it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Path to Nowhere.
Into an apple.
Path to Nowhere is also fantastic for the Path to Nowhere. You guys need to check out Path to Nowhere as well. The art and storytelling, the music is so good. But continue, sorry.
I'm going to try out Limbus this week, but I do think one advantage that Limbus has is like they set the expectations of it's just PNGs though. So like I agree with you, but I feel like with Honkai Star Rail, it's like they've just had a mix of so many different things, and they don't have a good balance of it, so it just makes it 20 times worse. Because like you said, the PNGs isn't a bad thing at all.
If that's how we start off with it.
You know, a big part of that is because in Honkai Star Rail, they don't explain what's going on because they just have a camera looking at the character standing there. But in Limited, it has to be like, then the character stood up and they wiped the blood off their toe and they did this, right? Like, so you actually see that. But in Honkai Star Rail, it's just like, you know, the dialogue would be, if there wasn't pictures, it would say, and then Maide crossed his arms, and then he put his hand up in the air, and then he like shrugged. It's like they don't do anything with that, right? So the storytelling makes no sense at all, basically.
No, I agree.
It's like when you
really, and I hate to break this is breaking news that just dropped. Mr. Pokey, known Hoyo Shill, said that 3.1 was ass.
Good for him.
Yeah,
good.
Hold on, bro. That changes everything.
This changes. Yeah.
But on that thing, I think it does depend on on expectations. Like with games such as Limbus Company and Path to Nowhere, you go in there and you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get like also Arknights as well. You're going to get PNGs and that kind of storytelling. But when you've got a game such as say Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, ZZ, and where you do see them, the characters move, and you know they set up the expectation of this is how they're going to tell the story, and then they just forego that for like black screen, white text, or just whatever. It's like, why? Like, you go to this thing for one thing, you're being given something else. That if I go to a steakhouse and I get served a salad, that's not why I came here. It's a salad with a bit of steak on there. No, give me a ribeye, please. Like, you know, it's just give me what I came here for.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how Mr. Pokey said that 3.0 was an 11 out of 10. And now he's saying that 3.1 is shit. So I guess maybe he made enough money to retire, and now he can finally start being honest. So big congrats to him. Hopefully he enjoys retiring in his yacht. Besides all this, we get it. Storytelling is bad. We beat this dead horse for fucking 2 years at this point. The new zones. Anybody like them? Personally, I think the new zones are beautiful.
They look great.
Okay.
They look great.
Yep. Yeah, the fucking giant Deku tree in the middle of Leaf Village, that looked fucking amazing. Really good. Favorite part of the patch? Super Auto Pets, the event. Personally,
God, no. Oh no.
What's wrong with you, kid? What's going on?
They are adorable, don't get me wrong, but it's literally you set them up and it's AFK. It's a game, it's a mini game where you don't play the mini game. I'm sorry, there's nothing. Well, it plays in for Honkai Star Rail, sure. It's like
I'm a sucker for those little, like, I'll be honest, bro. That shit reminds me of my childhood when I had the little pocket shit.
They're adorable.
I can't remember the name.
When I saw them, I was like, I want one. I want one of these as a pet. They look so cute, but like the gameplay aspect, there's no gameplay. You like line up, off you go, and then I'll come back in a week.
I wasn't even listening to the gameplay aspect. Go ahead, Tech.
You can get one of those in games. There's you can go buy one of the pets from a little shopkeep on a dinosaur. It's in the game right now, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Didn't know about that. Super hidden feature. So yeah, you can go get, which is very cool. Yeah, I thought it looked cute. It made me happy because I haven't been excited about an event in Honkai Star in a while, but a lot of these devs are stepping up their events so far with the Zenless Zone Zero, Bang Boo, Fall Guys. As well as the fishing game and Wuthering Waves. So I like Super Auto Pets, so I was excited for the event. We'll see how everybody else feels about it, but it looked better than a normal event, which is usually just like, well, it's the same game, but now the combat's a little bit different, which, by the way, oh, no, I don't want to skip ahead yet, because I want to talk about Whimpering Waste, because I'm so angry at that mode. Let's leave it at this. We've talked about this game for 35 minutes. Any other thing about Honkai Star Rail 3.1 we haven't talked about that you guys want to talk about?
The new boss, which I think is this is a theory. I think Finan's dark side that's going to enter him eventually, and he's going to remember everything and remember he's a fucking evil villain. But I just thought that boss looked cool. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, it looked cool.
He looked sick. I thought it was cool. Sampo.
Sampo, shit. Maybe he is like, Sampo.
Oh, Sampo. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I thought he looked cool as shit. Yeah, he looks like he kind of looks like Capitano of Honkai Star Rail.
Oh shit, good point.
Yeah, no, I thought he looked dope as fuck. The animation was crazy when he ults and it does like the like five.
Yeah, I like the fact that he could ult you. It feels like you're actually 1v1 it like a PvP match, low key.
Obviously, moon too.
For sure.
Yeah, Chad, what'd y'all think of the boss? You think it looked cool? You think it looked like shit? But
I thought the design was pretty cool. The only thing I think we've missed is like just maybe like a quality of life thing. Like the synthesis got a bit of an upgrade, and also the character planning as well. Like you could set like a planner for like characters that haven't come out yet. I mean that's good instead of like looking online.
Cool.
I think it was it's good, but it's like that's like as far as it went really. But it was nice.
Yeah, no, it's whatever. It's not really gonna change my quality of life whatsoever.
True.
But yeah, let's get into 2.1 Wuthering Waves.
EOS.
Yeah,
it's over. It was rough,
I've already uninstalled. I've uninstalled. I've gone.
All right, I am gonna start this off with Saint Totas. Saint Totas, give us your opinion on Wuthering Waves right now, and I'm gonna listen on my phone, but I will be right back while you yap about 2.1.
Okay.
Please.
So I would say I haven't really played that much of the patch aside from things like the end game. And I've just been doing like a lot of like Phoebe testing and stuff over the past couple of days. So I can't really give an opinion on the fishing event. I can't really give an opinion on the like Gringotts mine thing. But overall, I would say it looks pretty good to me. Phoebe's fun to play. Phoebe's fun to use. I have a bit of a problem with the Hecate hologram. I think it's one of the buggiest fights they have in the game. While I was doing my clears yesterday, I had like a bunch of just like random like animation locks. There was like one time I was stuck in an echo transformation inside of like her grinding gears. I was like,
Gears always stop you.
I was on the impermanence Heron, and then like I'm just like sitting on the ground taking damage, and like I can't move like in the bird form.
There's also like camera problems too. Like if you do a switch, you know where you got to dodge the blades thing, where on just between the second phase. If you like switch characters between then, it like changes the camera and you can't see from top, and so you like completely misjudge when you're supposed to dodge and such. It like completely messes you up.
Because it unlocks the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that fight is there's something wrong with that fight. There's too much like off-screen attacks.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a memorization fight rather than a reaction fight. You literally just memorize every single one of its attacks and go, oh, it's going to do this thing and I have to dodge 1 second after this, then I have to dodge 1 second after that. It is 2 moves where you literally, no human could react. It is literally impossible to dodge certain attacks unless you have already seen it and died to it. It is literally impossible.
That's true, and there's so much visual clutter in the fight
It's
that
hard.
it can be extremely hard to see or cues.
That's a PGR thing.
If you're playing a character like Phoebe, who has her own like fucking like light storm that she like summons,
you can't see shit.
Yeah, I just had times where I just died to the lasers because I actually cannot see them.
You need to turn the numbers off.
You got to remember there's always the lasers, bro. You just remember and you're like, oh, okay, I don't need to see it. And then
it's like, and the thing I hate the worst about it is that it's one of those fights that you said Genozad is memory based, and so much bullshit happens in the second phase with like when you like the fucking camera angle changes, she goes up there and then the blades are like behind you and stuff, and they one shot you if you don't dodge in time. There's so much stuff like backloaded that are like hidden mechanic one shot kills. It's just frustrating to die to that because you just didn't know it was there and you can't react dodge it. And then like you have to like, and you only get that like once you get over there again, right? And then you have all the one shots earlier on. So it's like one of those memorization fights where it can be a pain in the ass to get back to the spot where you died before, and then you might just die again.
I would like to say to the people in chat who are saying this is a skill issue, that fight is easy. I want to remind everybody, I beat that fight on my 3rd try. Okay, we're not saying that it's a hard fight. We're saying that there's bullshit parts in it.
Yeah,
it's very important to differentiate.
Okay, so like Fob and I both were going for like Phoebe solo on the boss, so we've fought it for like hours, right?
Yeah.
Fob was watching my stream and it used a move neither of us had ever seen before with combined like 10 hours or some shit of just fighting that boss, and used a move and we're like, what the fuck is that? And it instantly killed me, and I was like, we've never seen that move before. Like, it's just making new moves.
Yep. It has what if you go too far away in the second phase, it will like it will send like these blades, and if one touches you, you instantly die. And there's like 3 of them that are going out in like semicircle patterns. It's just
I need to address everyone, guy, because this is the shit where like I know I'm right about this, and chat needs to stop being retarded. This is the very few people in chat who are one-guying me here right now. Okay, it doesn't matter if you had fun. It does not matter. Okay, and that's not the fun of it. Nobody thinks, oh wow, I randomly blew up at this time interval. That was a blast. The premise of good game design is put an obstacle in front of your players that they can overcome with patience and skill. Right? Nobody has fun saying, "Oh, and I fucking died out of nowhere." It's like having a heart attack. It's not fun. It doesn't feel good. You can't react. There was no skill issue. There's nothing for you to overcome other than at this point you get instantly fucked. What did you learn? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I just blow up here. There's no
What you
animation.
learned is you need to run Carlotta to freeze that motherfucker, because I got that shit my second try with Carlotta. But everyone else, I was like, this shit's annoying. Like, it's like, fuck me.
Yeah, it's a Carlotta check in that if you have her built and you run Carlotta, it's basically one of the easiest fights in the game. You
Hey man, don't take away my credibility there, buddy. Okay.
My color does not build.
No, it's very important for people to try to understand. It is not about how hard it is. It is not a difficulty thing. There is no, oh, I got outplayed, so I'm mad. No, everybody in this call beat it. We beat it very easily. It's the premise of this is a poorly designed fight. These mechanics are not good. Take the same mechanics and put them in front of the player so we can see them, and it's an amazing fight. Off-screen one-shots make no sense. They're not good designed.
Wait, I think a perfect example of this is the event that just passed. We literally fought this fucking boss, and it was one of the most fun events I've played, and it was a really good boss fight, right? It's like literally it was not a
really
buggy
fun.
piece of shit. I even soloed it, and I was like, holy fuck, like, this is sick. So when I got to this hologram, I'm like, oh, this is fucking ass. Like, it's just not fun. To me, at least.
I think you guys, perfect unison, coherence is there, the logic is there. That said, that fight was fucking awesome for me, bro. I loved it. I literally loved it. But I think what y'all are saying makes perfect sense, and I do understand the difference in nuances between memorization versus being able to like methodically give a fight to you to where you're able to visually see the differences and avoid them and anticipate them. But that shit was awesome, bro. I mean, when I get into
visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, when I set myself up for, I don't know, a Souls experience, a Monster Hunter experience, or I guess in this case, the Wuthering Waves experience, I'm expecting to die a couple times. I'm expecting to deal with bullshit. And so it doesn't really affect me. But to be honest, I never heard somebody pitch it the way Tectone pitched it. I think he's absolutely correct. You should always be able to beat something on the first try because the boss fight provides you with enough insight to actually one-try it.
Yeah, I like when I die and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done this.
That was me. Yeah.
Like, I suck.
Yeah, that's good. That's a strong point, honestly. It actually, I think you enhanced my viewpoint on boss fights, like going forward.
It's like an example of a perfect boss fight in all of video. My favorite boss fight of all time is in Bloodborne. There's a DLC boss called Orphan of Kaz, and if you are paying attention, everything he does, you see his arm twitch. Oh, he's going for that swing. Dodge that jump attack. Okay. Roll that when he lands. Lightning's coming down because it's storming now. All right, avoid those. Everything is in front of you. And if you're locked in, you can dodge every single mechanic because all the information is in front of you. And it's considered one of the hardest fights in all of gaming. But because all of the information is in front of you, I beat it in one attempt, is what it is at half HP. Great fucking fight. And it feels nice when the bosses... Yeah, the bosses...
That's the only reason he likes it.
Well, to be it's a big factor. I love it.
That's something to brag about, to be fair. That boss beat my ass.
Well, Smack, that's why you like Monster Hunter so much. It's because when you see a monster attacking, you see it moving. It's not like the monster just sits there and then you go and you just explode.
Yeah,
right?
just randomly throws out 3 blades and shot you.
Is there a single Monster Hunter in all of Monster Hunter Wilds where it just kills you with an off-screen mechanic? I can't think of a single one.
No, never.
It's all foreshadowed. You're like, that's why I said, that's why you literally just taught me right now why I love Monster Hunter. You're able to see everything.
Yep.
Yeah. Like even for a monster that you've never even fought before, the way they move makes sense to where you're like, oh, he's going to fucking do something with that shoulder. Oh, he's shaking. Those bombs are dropping. They're going to explode like fucking Basil did.
The issue is this is an anime fight. This is not a real fight. It's like, oh, it spawns a thing that appears there that shoots something at you, right? Like, it's not like any sort of realistic fight. And I agree with Smack. I actually had fun. I mean, I've probably fought the boss for longer than all of you guys added up with how long it took to solo that thing with Phoebe. And I learned the boss and I had fun, but I 100% agree. It's just poorly designed. You shouldn't have attacks that realistically you would never be able to deal with on the first try. Like you can't intuitively go, oh, this is going to happen. You're just standing there and then a saw blade from behind you just goes through you and one-shots you and you go, okay, well, how would I ever have known that?
Well,
Do you think it's just
you have to die to it to beat it. Like you have to die multiple
Or you get
times
lucky, you just dodge spam and you're like, oh.
I need to do another extreme example because I'm getting one guide again. So this guy called Kinben22 says, in animes, you don't see stuff. Okay. So I want you, let's go to extremes. Let's go to extremes.
This is a game, guys. This is a game.
If you enjoy off-screen mechanics so much, here's what they should do. I bet you'll love this fight. Let's just make the boss invisible. Yep. Let's have no sound cues. And then randomly every 0.13 seconds, a punch is going to hit you. It's going to come at you. Now, you're not going to see it.
Hikari actually does that. She does go invisible.
Oh, look, perfect.
She goes invisible and has a one-shot attack in the second phase.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
She does.
That's so good.
Doesn't
that sound so fun? Let's just make every fight invisible, no sound cues, and you can just guess the dodges. It'll be so cool, man. So sick.
Yeah,
that reminds me of fucking Chameleos and Rise. Actually, that douchebag goes invisible.
Do you think this is done just like intentionally though, just for, like artificial difficulty, so people can keep playing it though? Not trying to be like, oh my god, they're trying to get their playtime up, but just like to make it kind of feel like more hard than it really actually is.
I just think they goofed on one or two mechanics. I've never been let down by a Wuthering Waves fight before, and even still, that fight was good.
Yeah,
but it
fun.
just had some mechanics that I'm just like, oh god, let's not do that. Let's not do
I
that.
think
you guys all killed it.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bullshit that it was like you can't clear this. It's a frustration that takes away from the fight.
I think at the end of it though, like just because we overcame the bad mechanic doesn't make it not a bad mechanic, and I think that's something that people just can't understand. It is bad. Just because we cut past it doesn't mean it's okay. It is still an issue that needs to be sorted.
The fight actually has like some really good phases. Like I love the one where she does like the where she's like diving in and is parryable the entire time. And if you get like two out of three of them, you like knock her down. It's like those are parts of the fight that are like amazing. There are great ones to it, and it's like you feel like you can play your character well. But like when she does those attacks where she just like it's not parryable, it's a super fast one shot, and then the lasers come afterward. It's like okay, you literally can do a dodge counter, and like that's it. Otherwise, like you will die during your attack animation if you try to follow up. It's like stuff like that where it's just like, okay, this is it kind of just feels like a time waste in the fight.
Yeah.
That's
well, the timer is usually not the issue though. I will say, but
one of my big pet peeves with like mechanics are ones that aren't choreographed properly. Hit delay. Hit delay is another horrible thing I do not like, where they go like this.
It's
like, I hate that.
Every Souls game. So you hate Souls games,
dude. Okay, like there's a lot of fights in Souls where I'm just like, all right, dude. Come on.
Well, because everyone got too good from games like Dark Souls 1, where it's honest. They're like, okay, we need a guy who goes like this, and then he goes like this, and then does that, and he'll roll catch you every time. Yep.
It's so bad.
But then he has an alternate where he goes like this, and he just does a full swing to fool you into thinking it's the other one.
Yep. Oh my god.
I think that's okay if the attacks don't one shot you, but the fact that like that's in the hologram fights with like the delayed attacks, right? And then they can one-shot you as well. That's kind of just like, okay.
It's like, fuck.
Getting hit and then healing up, cool. But like just getting one shot for one of those is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, and then my last thing of bad game design that I really don't like in video games is where you have to stop hitting the boss and watch it do its move that makes it untouchable until it's over. Those
you don't
mechanics.
Like the freeze time thing?
No, not that one. This one isn't in the hologram. This is just in games in general. It's kind of like Millennium Blade of Mikola, where she does the river water dance, I believe it's called. And she
Waterfowl.
Goes like, yeah, waterfowl. Like you can dodge that. It's really cool. And sometimes you have a really quick weapon you can chip in there. But I like being able to stay on the boss the whole fucking time. And if I'm dodging appropriately, I can dodge attack. I don't like when I have to walk back, let them do their move. Okay, it's over. Get back in. I just like being able to stay on it. But that's a gripe. That's my personal preference. Never been a fan of those. Hologram fight. I think we're all done talking about that. Let's talk about Whimpering Waste next.
I feel like a lot of people hate it, man. And I'm not gonna. I understand the criticism for it. I think it has a good foundation that can get better with time.
Absolutely.
But I will say, in my chat brought this up because the first night I played it, I was having fun, but I was also using a cracked account. I really was. Like I got SS on the last stage and everything, but I am kind of a little over this whole thing where it's like just the timer. Like I don't know why, like in Depths of Elusive Realm, they really have this thing, like in the last boss, where you can still fight after the timer goes out, but now you're gonna get one shot. So it adds a level of anxiety
And
or
then
like
rage.
I enjoy that.
It's an arrange mechanic, and it's like, okay, in this Whimpering Waste, it feels like nothing is really at stake. It's like, yeah, I didn't get enough points, but I don't feel in danger at any point during this at all. You know?
Yeah. Jens, I know you have a lot of opinions on this. Before I start ranting, do you want to talk about your opinion on Whipping Waste?
I think it's an insanely lazy game mode. I think it's a huge letdown. They call new endgame. When I hear new endgame, I'm like excited. It could be really cool. It's something that every 2 weeks you spend 20 minutes on. I think a child could have come up with it because they just look at Tower Adversity and say, what if there were more bad guys? And that's essentially what it is. Realistically, it's just pincer movement. They just added pincer movement into the game, which was something that I already see people constantly complain about because they didn't really enjoy it that much. But like, just disappointing that is the new endgame. Like that is the other big thing with Tower Adversity, which I'm not really a fan of either because it's the same thing. It's just the timer. You're not fighting the enemies. You're fighting the timers. And I made a whole video about this, and bro, you wouldn't believe the amount of comments that just say, just learn better rotations. Bro, I beat the mode.
That sounds like something this guy would say.
That I don't do rotations. The issue is that it's fucking trash. It's not fun. It's a shitty mode that requires almost no thought. The enemies are just punching bags. You might as well just have a rock there and you have 20 minutes to do as much damage as possible. It's actually ridiculous that with such good combat and mechanics and boss design of the game that they would resort to just trash mobs. And that's the whole mode.
I got a 25-minute video shitting on that mode coming out in about an hour or so.
Perfect.
I will add real quick. I will say it feels like a really fun event. It does not feel like an endgame mode. That's the other thing I just want to throw out there. It does not feel like it was
Choreo's better,
this
though.
new All right, well, listen. I also don't like the fact that it take away one tower reset, which I guess we'll get to eventually, but I think that's just fucking dog shit. That, I think, is a very big Hoyoverse move that I really don't like.
I sat down for 3.5 hours contemplating about how much I hated that mode in my bed. I had to get out of bed to record a video and upload it. So I'm going to give a sneak peek on why this mode is so shit, but I know St. Tonas, I know you liked it. So I want to know, what is your opinion on Whimpering Waste?
So I think that Whimpering Waste is... I personally don't view it as like a carbon copy of like the Tower of Adversity, just with like more mobs. I kind of actually like the structure where it's almost like I think it's like the pinnacle of like a DPS and like a DPS gear and rotation check in the game. For example, like in the TOA, it's like, okay, like you got your timer down from like, you have 2 minutes to clear in the TOA. Now you got it down to like 1:45. That's kind of like the measure there. But in Whimpering Waste, it's like literally how many waves of enemies are you killing in the span of time? And so I kind of view it almost as like a bit of like a different measure where, you know, it doesn't matter how, like, and I think the nice part about it is that you can have one side, it's almost like a bit like HSR, right? Or Genshin, you can have one side carry the other in the clear. And so if you have like one actually hyper invested team that's maybe focused on AoE, like a Kameli or Gian team, you can actually like do pretty fucking awful on the other side and then still get the full rewards. And so I think like from that design perspective, it's not the worst thing ever from like you can't like share weapons across the clear, but it's definitely a different vibe. And I think like the whole like thing with the trinkets or the tokens that they have set up is actually really, really good. Some of the trinkets or some of the tokens are really creative. Like there's one where if you use a resonance skill, you get the cooldown refunded on your liberation, and it's like a purple one. It's not even like a gold one.
Yeah.
And so there are like a lot of really interesting team comps or characters that you can use. Like think about Chang Li with 2 of her resonance skills. Her liberation almost has like no cooldown in that mode. And so like you're allowed to play certain characters in like a hyper carry setup, or you're allowed to play characters differently depending on what those tokens are, and you know, like play them in completely new ways too. So I think the tokens are definitely like one of the best adds from that perspective. And unfortunately, I think it's just like the scoring needs to be loosened up a little bit on the mode. Maybe like have like more points, because I think a lot of people are having difficulties. And they probably should have released Rosia alongside this mode, so that, because you know there are characters, right, that are undeniably like tier 0 best characters in the game for Whimpering Waste.
Wait, hold up. But then people have to pull a character for that mode.
No,
So, well, no, but you're saying they should have released Rocha for that mode, like at the same time. But then you're encouraging people spending money to clear that mode, though. Isn't that kind of a negative?
Well,
If anything,
well,
you make a mode to then make them spend money.
Well, right now the mode is easier if you had spent money on Rosia. So it's kind of like,
yeah, I guess, but
a lot
I
of
feel like
people
that's not
wish
good to encourage it.
a lot of people wish they had Rosia on banner right now so they could pull her for the mode.
I see this. I'm kind of like in between everyone here because it's like I definitely see where people are getting frustrated with, but I also see like it's a different mode entirely. I see it very similar to like the Honkai Star Rail modes as well. Like where you got some endgame modes where you mainly focus on one particular boss and you try and get as much DPS on there. Whereas you got another endgame mode where you got to clear many waves as possible, where AOE characters shine there. So like depending on the endgame mode, you want more AOE characters, you want more hyper carry characters. I think this is just another one where it's saying you need to like build up more AOE characters. They trying to say don't focus on the single target hyper carry characters there. I think that's the point of why they implemented this game mode. But I can definitely understand why.
That's why. There's no question. They
Yeah.
have 100% looked at what Hoyoverse
Pure
is
fiction.
doing, and they said,
Exactly,
we're gonna
It's
follow that
pure
same
fiction.
protocol. With
It's
our
a
own
Hoyoverse
kudo
mode.
twist.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I want to give one more perspective because the problem is I don't understand how you, Saint Totas, have an issue or don't have an issue with Wuthering Waves selling Rochia to do Whimpering Waste, but you have the same issue with Honkai Star Rail where you say, well, now they're just making new characters to solve the new modes that they're putting out. And it's kind of
Yeah,
like selling
because-
solution to the problems that they're manufacturing.
Well, this is my viewpoint on it. I don't think Rosia is required at all to get like clearable points or to get like really, really good results in the end
Well, they
game
aren't
mode.
in HSR either sometimes. You often don't need the newest unit to be able to clear it. It's the same case. You don't need Rocha. You don't need, I don't know, Castorus whenever the new Pure Fiction or whatever thing comes out. You can use other characters. You could use Firefly and probably clear it. You don't need it. But it's still encouraging, oh, look, this thing is weak to Havoc. And guess what? You need AoE. So we're releasing Rocha with this new game.
AoE Havoc! What a
Yeah, I feel like,
and
yeah,
that's the thing, right? They've made that a thing since the start of the game. You always have the middle tower buff that's tailored for the new unit. And I kind of just view it as like that's kind of
well, it
like
used to
that's the thing
actually
in
be for anybody though, and then they
no,
changed it to.
I'm talking about the literal buff on the stage, not about the general attribute damage bonus. Like they have a literal buff on the stage, right, in the middle tower that's always used for the on-banner character.
I do think it's a little,
but it's still
yeah.
clearable without them.
But I do think it's a little different in this instance, though, because like Tower was the only one game mode, and now there's a second game mode where you get a much bigger advantage of getting AoE. So like I love Koro, but also at the same time, like this is a move directly ripped out of Hoyo in every sense. It's a ghetto pure fiction, and it resets once a month. They change TOA, and it's like sometimes the AoE doesn't even work. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like sometimes these motherfuckers just go on the completely opposite side of the map, and the stage is just too big. And I'm like, Gion's not catching this motherfucker. My Camilla's not catching it. I'm just like, fuck me.
Bro, they spawn and they all just go.
Yeah, like
the
I
wolves,
want to make
they
it
all go
clear.
back.
I had fun with it. I think it's a fun event. I don't think this is an endgame mode, and I just feel like it really does kind of come off like we just want to sell more AoE. Like I would not be surprised if we get way more AoE characters now.
I want
The way that I view it is that it's one of the most replayable modes because of the tokens. Because of the tokens, 1000%. They have so many in the game, and some of them suck dick, like the Spectral Frazzle one. And I think this is the biggest miss of all with the game mode. Phoebe is fucking awful in it. Phoebe is one of the worst characters I have ever seen in that game mode, and it makes almost no sense that she's on banner and she's this bad.
Bro, they made a whole wave of Spectral Rocks, and I brought Phoebe in there, and I was like, bro, I just got 100 points. Like, what is this shit? I can't kill a single fucking rock with this bitch. Like,
she is, her performance in the mode is so ridiculously bad, it doesn't actually make sense.
I mean, I cleared with her, so it's probably just a skill issue. But
get better rotations. Get better rotations.
Like, why do I do no damage to these things?
I do want to say, I think fundamentally that Whimpering Waste is a absolute fumble in every single regard, and I wanted to break down why that is. So the number one issue, and I want to go down the list here, is the enemies aren't coded to attack you. It feels more like there's target dummies, and like Genocide said, you're fighting a timer, you're not fighting enemies. They walk away from you, and it feels like you're having to like kind of scoop them together to make sure that you can AoE them down. I think this could be fixed if the enemies were more coded to be more aggro and get in your fucking face rather than walk away, walk away. It's really fucking bad.
You know what people argue? They say, but gathering them is a skill. Dude, what if they made an enemy that all he did was run away from you?
The monkeys do that.
It's an infinite space. Dude, it's a skill to
The monkeys
chase
do
him and
that all the
catch him.
time.
Nobody wants to do that, bro. It's not fun.
The monkeys, I swear to God, the aero monkeys, they're always like jumping back and jumping back. You just stay still.
Fuck.
I hate them.
That whole fucking guy with the rocket launcher spawns, he just runs. And you chase him and he just keeps running in Tower of Adversity, that fucker.
I want Tech to keep cooking because that first point was a really fucking strong one. Keep cooking, brother.
No, yeah, absolutely. So you need to go in and have the mobs fucking attack you. That way they're the closer you need. That way there's actually stakes involved. That way it's not fighting a timer. You're actually fighting enemies. So that'd be the first thing they do is make enemies be more aggro, make them get in your face. The second issue is that the abilities that you unlock from stage 1 to stage 12, it is the same floor. It's the exact same floor. And all they do is, on the next floor, we increase the HP. So you know what we did? We increased your damage. The next floor, there's more HP. So you know what we did? We gave you another buff to increase the damage. And it doesn't
Wait, they're doing Tower of Fantasy? They're doing the Tower of Fantasy shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, God, that's bad.
That's all it is. Stage 1 is 100 HP. You deal 100 damage. Next stage is 120 HP. Now you're doing 120 damage. That's all it is. These buffs need to change the style of play, not just increase your raw numbers, right? So, like, give the buffs that you're using an active ability. Like, give it like an AoE suck that you can use, or an AoE freeze, or make the fucking characters fly. So the differentiation in play makes each floor feel different because every floor feels the fucking same. And I will admit, when you first play it, the first 7 floors are like, oh, this is fun. This is kind of exciting. Then you realize, I've done this exact floor. There is no difference between floor 8 and floor 7. There's none. It's the exact same fight, but now I have a little bit more damage, they have a little bit more HP. And that's just really fucking bad game design.
They need to pull the buffs from Elusive Realm. Like, Elusive Realm is like where you get things that change how your character plays. It gives a new certain mechanics into your character and certain buffs. I don't know why they don't just use the buffs from Elusive Realm in this mode. That would fix your issue, I think.
Working it, they said. I don't know. We haven't had it for 2 patches, and I would argue
it's the best part.
That's most people's favorite mode.
Yeah, it's the best part.
Elusive Realm. And for some reason, we haven't had it.
I would say that there are actually quite a few. I think they're starting that out with the tokens. There's one called the Plunderers one that like will heal you for 3% of your health every second,
Electro.
and then every 6th heal it does like 600% electro damage. To like the entire group, and it's like really good for like certain team comps, like a Jinxie or Carlotta, where you're like sometimes you overkill the enemies, and so like that electro burst like comes in and then like wipes the wave, and so you can like use your nuke on the next one. That's kind of like where the whole replayability aspect comes from for me. If they add in more and more of these tokens, differentiate them a lot more, make them more than just like the raw stat boost. I think like the structure is there to make this like very fun, be able to use any team you want and just shore up the weakness in the tokens. But it's kind of like, I just think there wasn't enough tokens, and some of them are horribly fucking designed. Like the gold Spectro Frazzle one is fucking useless. It should have just been all enemies spawn with 5 stacks of Frazzle and have a minimum of 1 stack. And now Phoebe's like actually playable in the game mode, right? It's just, it seems to me that the tokens were kind of like the biggest win and also the biggest miss. Because some of them are so good and so varied that the ones that are just like dog shit or not there or would enable more characters or comps not being there feels bad.
I mean, 95% of the tokens are increase your crit rate, increase your crit damage, increase your spectro damage.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
Just, you do more damage. Oh, the enemy's tankier, but now I do more damage? This changes everything. This
changes everything.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
there's no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm consuming everything y'all are saying, and I actually have a lot to respond back based off what y'all been saying, but I just want to focus on that part. So y'all are saying there's no tokens because it obviously sounds like a roguelike mode that actually transform what the character does the way Elusive Realm does?
No. There are tokens that transform what the character does. There's one that gives you a Resonance Liberation refund and Resonance Energy Cost refund whenever you cast a Resonance skill.
Do you know where that's from? That's from Elusive Realm. That's the thing.
Yeah. Does that change like the
what I got no. I was trying to digest what Saint said, and Saint, I think that elevates their power. But what I was talking about is in the Elusive Realm, the characters literally like have their abilities like not just amplified, but it changes what they do. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was asking. They don't have any of that in there.
Oh, I don't think they have direct character mods. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
nothing of that
like
impact.
Stuff that changes how they play.
Yeah, I do think, like, for example, like Genshin Impact, for example. having abilities that are kind of like you E and then you alt and it refreshes your E actually does feel very cool because Kazuha, E, alt, it's
Changli's a great example.
Yeah. Abilities like that do feel good. I want to see every ability like that. Just they have more HP, so now you deal a little bit more damage. It's like,
yeah.
Well, what the fuck? The difference between stage 1 and stage 2 is instead of dealing 100, now deal 120 damage. It's fucking lame.
It's very boring.
But yeah, they need to restructure it. Very great framework for what could potentially be a great mode, but right now they completely missed the fucking mark. Yeah, I also don't know how I feel about limited uses for some affixes before infinite stage. I don't know how I feel about that. Do we have any thoughts about how some of the perks have? Yo, Mary, thank you for the raid. What the fuck? Appreciate the fuck out of that. Thank you so much. Do we have any feelings about the limited use for some of the certain buffs?
I think it's okay for the most part, but if they make them more interesting, maybe it would make it so you're encouraged to use different cool abilities, so it might be good if it was just a better mode overall.
Yeah, I would say it's like I don't think the difficulty or the especially before the infinite stages is like so wild to the point where like you feel like a token is like mandatory. I think like with a built roster, and like you're actually like at the end game at this point, like just using like the baseline blue or green tokens should be enough for like an S clear in the earlier stages. And I think I view the tokens as sort of like a steroid boost, like a little stim pack for the especially in the early stages for accounts that maybe like aren't as near the end game, like fucking 40% crit and 80% crit damage is insane, right? And it's kind of just like one of those things that helps people clear the mode in the first place, especially
the problem is
respawning part.
the early stages you won't have that buff unlocked yet.
I
Because
think
that's a yellow, that's a golden buff. You don't unlock that one till stage 8.
I think that's true. You unlock all of them after stage like 6 or 7, right? Once you get by the time you get into the respawning zone, you have all of them unlocked. And I think it is weird that the restrictions are shared across all of them. Like you have like the 1, 2, 3, 1 to 6 tokens, but I think you don't unlock the gold ones until at the end, anyways.
Yeah, you do. You get the golden one at 8. You get the purple ones at 6 and 7. The banner you get at 4. The banner is actually quite good. But the rest of which is really nice. But it would be nice if those gave you a fun ability, like like a frozen AoE that follows you, a gravity suck that pulls things in. Perhaps another, like Nova explosion that happens around you for big bursts. Something that could change the variance of play. Maybe have an ability that extends the reach of all of your abilities by X amount. Or an ability to become AoE ability. Could be very cool, I think. But yeah, I think we can agree that Whimpering Waste needs work. But good ground, good framework.
I want to interject because I haven't had a chance to talk on it at all. And I'm only going to take everything that y'all have told me and just sum it all up and then give a shoot shot. Basically, it seems like everyone except Saint Tontes in this call is basically saying it lacks creativity and it's pretty much a copy and paste of pure fiction, I would say. Yeah. And where I feel Saint Tontes on, because I love to dabble in meta myself, is the timer for me is only enjoyable because I just want to be able to see how I fare against some of the fastest times out there. And I really do enjoy that shit. I love getting sweaty. You guys know that. It's no shock.
Absolutely.
So I understand St. Tontes saying you getting that time down, that's a huge motivation. The problem with that though, Saint, where I want to go straight at you at is that's only for us sweaty players. What about the rest of the people who don't give a fuck about getting that time down? They just want to get the clear and clear on. The only real incentive for them, I would say, is just their reward collection. Why can't Kudo paint the entire canvas themselves? They keep using Hoyo as their base canvas and then going change this, change that, change this. I would have liked if their end game was a true signature Kudo cook that wasn't extrapolated from a Hoyoverse model. And I would genuinely want to ask you, do you think that is okay that they constantly just keep deriving everything they do from Hoyoverse and changing it with the Kudo cook?
So what a lot of people have been saying for Whimpering Waste is that it's more so a combination of Warzone and a little bit of Norman from PGR. That's what most of the PGR players are saying. It's mostly similar to PGR.
Warzone,
And I think when you think of the structure, right? It's you count the number of waves that you completed within a certain time limit. It sounds a lot like Pure Fiction, right? But where do you think Pure Fiction was derived from? Because it's a relatively recent release. So I think it's just like, how much can you do in a certain amount of time? I feel like that's like general enough of like a, you know, that kind of competition, right? It's like it's been around since the fucking ancient times. Like, oh, how many bowls of noodles can Bob eat before, you know, the 5-minute timer runs out, that sort of thing. And I think just based off of like the whole, you know, it's similar to Warzone thing. Kuro technically might have done that first, right? And they're kind of like just lifting from their own game when they're making it. So yeah, I think it's original. I think it's like baseline enough as a concept to like, be original.
I'm gonna be real. It's not original. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think it's a way worse Warzone. So you could say it's lifted from Warzone rather than something like Pure Fiction or something, right? But like, I don't really see how it's that original to basically just take Tower of Adversity, which I think we can all agree is derived from Abyss. Like, I think it's a little bit disingenuous if anyone says it's not anything like Abyss, right? We all know it is. So it's essentially just that, but in AoE, really. Like, it really isn't that much different. And you could say, oh, but you have the trinkets instead of the buffs. But realistically, it kind of all boils down to the same exact thing, except now multiple waves of AoE rather than like a boss at the end. I think it kind of just works the same way. I don't really think it's all that original. I think Elusive Realm, that's an original thing. The holograms, that's an original thing. Both of those things are much more unique, and I would say pretty loved by almost all of us here. I think we all kind of like both of those a lot, and those are the original things that Kuro Games made. But every time they take something from Genshin, look, all of us get pissed over stuff when every time they copy things from other games. Maybe not Genshin this time, but you know what I mean? Like, when they do those things, when they derive those things, it seems like that's when we're dissatisfied.
I think like reducing Whimpering Waste and saying it's just like a copy of TOA where you kill mobs, I feel like that's kind of like you could make that sort of like reductive argument for any content, like any content in the game. Elusive Realm is just TOA with stages and buffs, right? Like you can word it in that way and kind of just, or holograms is just TOA with like enemies that hit harder.
Okay, but no, holograms are nothing like either of those because it's not a bullet sponge. You're dying from the enemy, right? You're not dying from the timer. That's the big
yeah. So I'm
difference
saying
between those.
TOA with enemies that hit harder. That's hologram.
Well. I mean, like
Or
again,
hit
I
at
don't
all,
think,
but
I mean, Genazot's comparing it to TOA. I don't know if I necessarily say TOA 100. I do think Pure Fiction is a better comparison, but I just think overall, I don't know why we can't get more original endgame content. Like, I know we could say that it's copying PGR and that's fine, but like, I feel like, again, like they said, Elusive Realm. Like, why can't we just get like something original? Or bro, just copy the tower from ZZZ. Like, the tower is like 10 minutes, and that, like, you fight the boss, and that shit's hard as fuck. Like, or reset holograms monthly or something. Like, I don't know why we can't just have something extra. And realistically, it is 1000% a Hoyo playbook because they took away a TOA reset and they're making this monthly, and they're both monthly, and they took the Genshin IT fucking schedule, and it's just like, I don't get why we're doing this.
I don't like that either.
Ethan, wait, Ethan. I'm glad you said that because I think I have an idea for the game that I think all of you guys would agree with. I think everyone should be able to play the end game that they want to play because some people like TOA but not Whimpering Waste, and now they get to play less of it. I think they should have Tower and Alt reset at the same time, like every 2 weeks, and people should get to choose to play what they want for their end game. And I think they could also make a casual version, like let's pretend fishing. Let's pretend they expand the fishing and make like a fishing end game for more casual players, and it would all give the same astrite, so you could choose which one you want to do. So every player gets to enjoy the end game that they like.
They did a similar thing in World of Warcraft, and that was very positively recepted for letting people choose how they want to grind their gear.
So you mean like where they share?
It's a good
You mean like where they share the rewards? Yeah. So it's like you got the same reward shop.
Then they have to work.
True.
Yeah.
I think one of the strongest points that I heard though in the entire discussion, and Tech, we can move on after this if you want, brother. Sure. But it was what Tech said that the first of all, Wuthering Waves is a very reactive game. And I feel like the most of the enjoyment comes from one of two things from a combat perspective. It's either being reactive, which is what we had to talk about with Monster Hunter and Souls, or rotations. And the problem with the Whimpering Waste mode, based off of y'all's feedback, because I haven't played the shit, is it's only one point at the beginning where he said the enemies just fucking, you know, that is a big fucking problem that I don't think anybody could disagree with, only because it's not tackling both elements of their beautiful combat system, which is reactive as well as rotational. Would you say that's a fair take, Saint Tontes?
I would say that there is a mix of enemy spawns. I definitely get the viewpoint of like when it's a bunch of like like the one cost enemies that they'll just get staggered by anything if you like hit them a couple times, like they're basically stun locked.
Yeah.
I feel like those waves are literally probably the worst part of the mode.
Back in a sec, guys.
Because one of them runs out awful time, but when you get like CC locked, having something like that instead, where you get benefits from grouping, but it's not like it just trivializes the enemies completely. They'll still attack, so you have to throw in a dodge. I think that's good, but we also have to factor in the whole, well, you're going from dodging one boss attack to dodging 3 elites at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? And there has to be a counterbalance of like, okay, like I literally didn't see those attacks because of the visual clutter. I felt like I got like hit or one shot from like, out of nowhere when there was like one mob that was hidden behind 2 others and then they attacked me. I think those are also elements to think about just from like the player experience point of view. It's that there's a lot of sources of frustration, I think, from mob-based content like that, where I think they toned down on the aggressiveness so that like those surprise one-shots, the aggressiveness and the damage, so that those frustrating moments wouldn't happen. But I can definitely see how it gets like monotonous, especially on the little mobs.
I would only say if you're doing a horde mode, it's gonna be mayhem. That's just what comes with the territory, and plenty of games have that mayhem and chaos on the screen, and people fucking love it. But I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's just like one example I like to bring up is from the Elusive Realm, the early patch days. They would have spawns of like maybe like 10 of like the exile snipers. All 10 of them at once would shoot the laser at you, and if you didn't dodge, you would just get one shot. And this could happen on like the later stages. There'd be like 10 fusion warriors that would just like wind up, and then they'd stab you all at once, and then you get one shot. And it's like
you know what would make Whimpering Waste so fucking cool? Okay, dude. Okay, think about this shit. So they put you like in like a desert, and mobs are gonna spawn from like certain holes in the ground. And they're gonna come, and you can see them, and if you can see the mobs coming through the hole, and you can AoE them down behind the hole, right? But then the other mobs are gonna try to break through the other holes at the same time. So if you don't manage each one properly, you're gonna it's like Nazi zombies, but Wuthering.
I was thinking like Call of Duty Nazi zombies. I was thinking that make it co-op too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be so fucking cool for the AoE mode, make it Nazi zombies.
I was thinking, like, what if you made it like Dynasty Warriors, where you're fighting?
I was thinking the exact same thing. Thank you. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Gion, each spin, like 100 fucking echoes just go flying.
I was gonna say that.
Insane. Like that's the AoE mode. Like, yeah, blowing up like thousands of echoes.
When who was it? Who said it about the horde mode?
To pick up.
Yeah, when someone mentioned horde mode, I was thinking Dynasty Warriors for sure, absolutely. Like, let's do that, and you have to find the different weapons which equates to buffs and such. Let's go.
Wait, really exciting ideas, Max. So like tons of modes. As you kill like 20 of them, a big boss comes.
General.
You can fight them, and if you do, when you kill the boss, it drops a buff to boost up your damage. So you can choose to either kill the hordes of enemies or kill the bosses to get the buff to kill everything else faster. That could be a lot of fun.
What I thought about when I was thinking of that idea was just fucking Call of Duty zombie mode, where you would go around and you'd have to figure out the places to go into the next place. But then there was always a rare fucking weapon, and I was so excited to pick that weapon up and fuck shit up. And I feel like that would be a good element you could take. To wrap this all up, I think these gacha games need to start looking outside of other gacha games. Start looking outside of
yes.
And say, give me that.
I've been saying this for a while. Yes,
they did. Dredge. The fishing mode is Dredge, right?
Yeah,
they are.
That's fair. That's fair.
And to be fair, even ZZZ has like what? It has the little Arknights mode. It has Fall Guys. Like they're starting to just be like, let's just copy that indie game, bro. They're just copying the shit.
They're starting to follow the Chinese model here, man. That's what I'm talking about.
It seems like a lot of people just want to see something more unique as that we've seen in whatever Gacha game we've seen previously.
Yeah. Well, let's move on from Whimpering Waste. I think we all can agree it could use some improvement, and we expect that from Kuro Games because they are devs that listen, so it is important to provide feedback. I think the fishing event we would all agree is a perfect event, completely
fire. That shit's fun, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like spamming the fucking click, and I'm dumb as hell, so I miss the timing. So I got no rhythm. But bro, it's a good time.
I know someone who didn't necessarily enjoy it, which I think is the controversial opinion, is Smack. I think you said you wouldn't enjoy this if you weren't in call with me and Genazad.
I feel like I'm biased because of you guys. I love you guys, and I was having a great time with you guys, not necessarily with the fucking fishing.
Yeah.
But if I were to like end that call and play that fishing with nobody, like basically, let's say I'm somebody who doesn't have any friends or anything, I know for a fact I'm gonna be like, man, fuck this jam, bro. I'm tired of fishing, bro. Just give me my Lorelei skin, man.
Well, I think it's a bit unfair because we're streamers. I find it fun to do the fishing thing while talking to chat.
Yeah,
if I
it's
was
a
just
chat
alone in a dark room playing fishing for like 8
Yeah.
hours and to finish the thing, I think that would suck ass. Even though,
Basically,
but I think there's a lot of casual
how did y'all
players.
feel about it?
What did y'all think? What did y'all think, chat?
I think a lot of casual players will like it, but I think people who aren't into it, it'll piss them off because it's so much.
Yeah.
It's such a
If chat-
long.
It is a
thing,
grind.
bro.
If chat says they liked it, then I can't say anything because
It's mixed.
A lot of
It's
people are
very
saying-
Mixed.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So it's like
okay.
the people who like it will love it. It's an amazing mode, but if you don't like it, it's probably hell because it's like so much time you have
Yeah.
to spend
is
on
so
the fishing
long.
event.
Like,
yeah.
you came to this game to do action. This is not action. Like, why am I here? But the
Yeah, you
casual
don't get to
players
play
will
your
like that.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Riku, man.
I don't mind something turning my brain off though. Like you said, just chatting with everyone, just like, all right, like
I thought the story was great too. There's a guy who wants to fuck a fish. You got to figure out why that is. I thought that shit was so funny.
You hit him over the head. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you can
hopefully-
have it, Grover.
Kuro is
everybody in
known.
chat is doing that fishing event while we're doing this podcast. By the way, guys.
Kuro
Make sure
is
to like, comment,
known-
subscribe to everybody here. By the way.
Kuro is known for making very fuckable fish. I'll put it that way. If you know, you know, you know.
Yeah, true. Yep.
When did this happen? Did I miss? Did I miss the
PGR.
Lamia?
Lamia. You need to
okay.
search for Lamia, bro.
Holy.
All right, I'll do that right after.
I'm clapping the fishy cheeks. I'm saying that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Lorelei too.
Okay, that's true. Lorelei, yeah.
Lorelei's amazing. But
Lorelei's, yeah.
maybe I think it's fair to say if you love the event, you'll love it. If you hate it, you'll hate it. It's going to be very hit or miss depending on who you are. And I think that's completely fine. For me, loved it. So having a blast. Completely valid if you don't like it though. Let's talk about the next of the new zones. I think everybody's summary will probably be, if you disagree, feel free to say they're good zones, but they're forgettable. They just feel like more of the same, nothing too crazy. Anybody blown away by the zones?
Even the Green Gods zone, I didn't go to that one yet. What about you guys? Y'all didn't care about that zone either? I didn't go to that one yet. I'm just asking for your opinion.
I don't know.
I thought
on rails.
Yeah. It's just the rail zone is whatever. It's fine.
If it was more free, open, like big underground area, I think people would like it more. But it's a little bit more like you're on a Disneyland ride, like It's a Small World starts playing, and you go on this little roller coaster thing. Like
It's
it
a
has a
big
little bit too
robot.
much of that. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, we haven't seen
a
all
lot
of it
bigger
'cause-
in the trailers.
Yeah, 100%. The new zone opened up today, so there is one more zone we all haven't seen.
Okay.
At least I haven't. And yeah, we get to finish fishing today. So hopefully the question is good. But yeah, still a lot of what ifs. But overall, I think they're good additions, but there's not really any like, damn, like there was with like 2.0, where it was like the golden clouded sea and then the rainbow on the fucking sky, the LGBTQ
That shit was
shrine. Yeah, that
So-
shit was insane.
Can you not fly in the bank vault?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you
I
can't.
thought you would have been able to like fly
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I thought
instead-
too, and it would be
instead of
really
doing
cool.
the railroad, you just fly from like track to track or something. That would have been
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
but
The
I
moment
guess-
they take the wings away, you're like, this
Fuck.
fucking sucks. What the hell?
they got
No,
rid of it.
you can't fly. Someone's tried. You can't fly. No.
It's too good of a mechanic, bro.
You're gonna overdose on the fly.
Can't grapple either. That is horrifying. Is what it is.
gotta go pee,
Great.
guys.
Sure, go for it. Let's go to the next one. The World Quest. Did we all do it?
Nah, I haven't really had too much time.
I haven't had time.
Okay,
I heard
well,
it was good.
Yeah, I think
genuinely
it's-
fun. Yep, genuinely fun. A little bit of yapping, a little bit of NPCs we really don't care about, but
It's
overall,
voiced though, right?
I've heard
Voice.
that all the quests, even the side quests are like voiced.
Yeah, and they
Yes.
tell you like there's a timer. I think like so if an NPC is speaking, it's like there's 38 seconds of this dialogue or something. Like there's like someone sent me a screenshot. Hold on.
I
don't
have
know if
not
it's
seen
from the
that.
World
I haven't
Quest or-
played it yet, so I don't know, but that wouldn't surprise me. There was so
It was
many
fun, just a
updates.
little bit of yap.
There were so many updates in this 2.1 update that they didn't even touch on in the live stream, which is insane because we thought they were like throwing stuff at us. And if they like took time to actually explain things properly, that live stream could have gone for like double or triple the time. And they didn't even touch on anything. Like Like, did you guys know they have like frame generation in there as well, like along with the RTX?
I turned that off though.
I mean, yeah, you turn it off clearly, but it's like it would have been nice to know that it's turned on automatically if you have RTX as well. It's like I would have liked to have known that, you know. But there's so much stuff in there as well. Like, just they could have given more explanation about the changes that they had to like the Echo menu system as well. It was a lot more granular, a lot more intuitive as well. Like also like when you're searching for particular sets, like before it was just like all the echoes just on the screen like as it is. Now it's like separated by like 4 cost, 3 cost, 1 cost, and then you can click on them, and even now it probably shows like where the nightmare echoes are too, which I thought was fantastic. It's great. They put so much in there.
Is the I swear they just looked at Honkai Star Rail. They're like, holy shit, people are pissed about the camera angles and stuff and the voices. Okay, we're gonna crank it up to 11. So in the quest, they just have like every half a second is like going all over, and I'm like, holy shit! And then Rover immediately first second starts talking. I'm like, bro, they're just like trying to flex or something. Like they were just like, holy crap, let's just try and like show them.
And send money going to good use. Also, apparently it was a voice letter, by the way. So like apparently even the letter is what it was. I'm trying to find the screenshot.
Oh.
Yeah, which is still dope. It's so cool.
Yeah, they added Echo loadouts, which we did not need yet, but it's a welcome addition. We will need that eventually. Right now, we kind of don't. Felt good. Other than that, I think that was pretty much the whole update. Did I miss anything?
I mean, there's that new weekly event. I think it comes out Monday. It's supposed to be like a mini depths.
Mini
yeah,
it's
supposed to be
1,000
elusive,
gateways.
So we don't have that yet.
Oh yeah, and the race game too. The race game.
I'm looking forward to that. We can do tournaments on that.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah,
best one?
I do plan on doing a tournament with that 100%.
I just wouldn't want to body everyone, but you know.
Yeah.
Bring it.
That guy. You know.
Cool. Any other closing thoughts for 2.1?
What would you guys give as your rating for the patch?
6.
It's like a 7.
I'd say 7, 8, 7.
I think they're like a 7.5 if the racing and the weekly is good. But it's like it's not 2.0 obviously, but it's a good follow up. Like I don't think there's inherently anything bad other than Whimpering Waste being kind of a little bit of a letdown. I don't think it's ruining the experience for me. You know.
Sure.
I can't rate it. I haven't finished the rest of the shit.
Yeah, I can't rate it either.
Fair. Great. I think we move on to what? I don't really think we need to talk about Genshin. Genshin we kind of already talked about before.
Oh, you talking about it?
Wait, what is that game? I don't think
it's a new indie. It's a new indie game by a small company.
Have you seen anything on Twitter about Genshin lately?
What's your opinion on this game?
Yeah.
You know, I got called a cum guzzler because I said the game sucks on Twitter, bro.
Great.
I was like, what the fuck?
Love that. I guess I want to close this podcast with one more topic, and whatever y'all want to talk about, in case there's something that you did want to talk about that we haven't talked about. I feel like everybody here should try Limbus Company. I really do. It is a great narrative masterpiece. The combat is very in-depth. The community has been very enjoyable to interact with, unless you're St. Totas. It's been great. I mean, I got tons of threads on me about that game, but I do genuinely think it is important for at least me and anybody who really loves the gacha genre to understand that people often excuse the writing of these games as, well, it's a gacha game, it has to be bad. It's just not true. Games like Limbus Company tell a beautiful story very simplistically, and I think we should really raise the bar and expect more from the stories we're told in our gacha games due to the presence of games like Limbus Company. Yeah.
I've been saying that. I've been saying for so long. I've been saying for so long.
It's all free. You can play the entire game completely free to play. Get every single unit.
Wow.
Like
wow.
Like you can
hell?
literally. Or actually, okay, I spent $10 on the battle pass already through that and just playing the game. It's like, oh, you can craft any unit in the game that you wanted to.
Oh,
It's like, oh, okay, let me just craft this unit right now. It's like now I have them forever. Dupes do nothing in the game.
So it's skins?
Okay, I just
or
have them.
what? Where do they make
No,
the money
so
from?
essentially there's 12 characters and all of them have alternates. So it's like Punishing Grey Raven kind of. So you get an alternate version. So like that character now is this version of them. And
They
that's
get
what
their
you play.
money. They get their money by player laziness.
Yeah,
Like
the
Warframe, basically.
Like the alternate like identities that they give to each unit are like characters that you meet in the story.
Yeah, hashtag
okay.
Yeah, so it's like so you don't really get any recruitable like NPCs, but the NPCs get turned into like a different outfit or
I'll
not
play
even
this
different
weekend. I'm
outfit, like a
excited.
different version of the character.
Good.
Yeah,
The
it looks
also
good.
the #1 best unit in the game is completely free to play farmable, and it's really funny because his name is Ring Ying San, and the character is so broken. The CEO did a showcase for him because he does the live streams himself, and he was pissed off because he says, this character's just way too fucking broken, and so he didn't want to show his skill 2 because his skill 2 is beyond busted. And yeah, he said, "I am so sorry for releasing a unit like this."
Crazy.
So
That's
yeah,
based, bro.
Yeah. The reroll also only takes like 1 minute. It takes longer to log in and out than it does to even do the reroll. You just say skip tutorial and immediately roll. It's actually insane.
Oh, okay.
Wow. This
Also,
game is off to a good
I have
start,
a
bro.
great image someone linked to me on the first day because Saint had like a bad experience the first day, and someone linked this image. I just put it in Discord, and I thought it was funny as fuck. Just like I just
This
thought it was that's your first day experience. Somebody linked that in my chat. I just thought it was so funny because it's such a stupid meme.
Yeah.
Can I just say one thing about like you just said, Teton, about like even though it's a gacha game, it's actually got a good story. I've been saying that for like forever because I've been playing gacha games since gacha really first came out in Japan. Did you guys know them in Japan? Well, anyway. And it's like all the people are saying, well, what do you expect from a gacha game? Like
Japan guy.
I'm the Japan guy, yeah. And I'm like, why are you guys saying this? There's been so many games, so many great gacha games that have fantastic story. Like I've seen how good gacha games can be. Gacha has nothing to do with the story or the quality of the storytelling at all. Gacha is literally just a monetary system. Like that's all it is. Everything else is secondary. So you can get fantastic stories, fantastic storytelling, fantastic characters, and everything in gacha as well. Like, I really hate this reductionist, kind of defeatist mentality of like, what do you expect? It's a gacha game. Like, shut the fuck up! I swear to God, that is defeatist. That's annoying. It's just like, will you just play anything else other than slop? Because there's a lot of really, really good games out there, such as Limbus Company, such as Path to Nowhere, and all the other games out there. Just play something else because you're just not getting good shit. I'm sorry, you don't know what you're talking about.
Ryuki, you could argue that the gacha system is the reason why they're shit, and the greedier the game is, usually it takes away from those other things because everything in the game revolves around the gacha system and money, right? Like that's why they have to promote every new character the way they do, and it takes away from the story because they have to for the gacha. So in a way, everything comes into that gacha, so the greedier it is. That's why Limbus can have a good story, because it doesn't make everything about the money, for instance, I feel. So it like kind of ties in a way, right? But it's the company's fault. You're totally right.
I can totally see that.
For being greedy and taking away from those things, right?
Yeah, I can totally see that.
There are various aspects of like the games that you can just chalk up to. Yeah, I was gonna say there are like some parts of the game that I feel like are inherently related to gacha and that like they're designed in a way that's gonna make more money. But I feel like parts, especially when it comes to like world building, and I think storytelling in particular, that's like stuff where it's like I don't think you can even use gacha as an excuse for whatever the fuck is going on in HSR. Like whatever the fuck they did in 3.0 is selling any characters. In fact, I think whatever they did in 3.0 probably led to like less sales of characters. And I think like that's like the most important stuff to call out, right? Where it's not, it doesn't even make sense.
Well, I mean, you look at a game like Black Myth Wukong. I think it took about like maybe what 200 million to make, and it made $1 billion. You know, Hoyoverse makes close to $1 billion. I mean, it's a $30 billion company, right? Like people just use that as an excuse because I think they're just brain dead and they're really emotionally invested into their company, whether it's Hoyoverse or whatever other gacha game it is. So they just don't want to give that criticism, or they're just scared to being told to off themselves in game.
Yeah, Ethan, it's an interesting coincidence that there's 3 people who work at Hoyoverse that are billionaires. I wonder how that happened. Like, that's weird. Where am I gonna go? Why are there 3 billionaires working there? That's strange.
You know, it's pretty crazy, but yeah, for sure.
Okay, wait. I need to ask this question. Which story is better, Saint? Wuthering Waves or Limbus Company? I don't know how far. I think you finished at least the first canto, I think. Right?
I finished the first canto. So I would say that Limbus Company, I don't think you can say that Limbus Company's storytelling is better. I think it's you know, like we were talking about before, it is like just PNGs, but I think the story is good, right?
Is it
it's
better,
a story
though,
that's
or
good.
is it worse? Which is
I think
better?
I think the overall story and the stakes more interesting. I think it's a better story overall. But I think that the story experience of Wuwa, especially in 2.0, you could view that as the overall
presentation into
story.
consideration.
Say it's better.
Yeah,
presentation into consideration, right? Because there's only so much you can do with PNGs and text. That's my opinion on it.
Okay.
And like static images, and that is ultimately what Limbus is.
I think
right?
that's
It's
fair,
a great
man.
story.
I think
It's a great story.
Give you the
but
side eye. I mean,
Well, how
Like,
I see it is like I can read a book and I think it's way more insane than like a gacha story. Like the visuals, they can enhance it, but they don't make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'm talking about the experience
fair.
of going through
Okay.
it because I always like to use the example of like a superhero movie,
Yeah.
right? Those make a shit ton of money. Those people like have a crazy diehard fans. People love watching them. But it's not like you're going into like Spider-Man and you're expecting like a fucking Grammy
Game
award.
of Thrones.
Sorry. Yeah, yeah. Like, you're not expecting like a Game of Thrones, like an Oscar level performance of like, oh my gosh, like I feel like more fulfilled with my life after watching this movie. It's like, no, you wanted to see like fucking the web slinger go around and fuck shit up, right?
That
So
example
Wu
of
is the
Spider-Man 2 is
Marvel. So
amazing.
Wu is the Marvel movie then.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's those movies are popular for a reason. They don't have the best story ever, but their presentation is amazing. Like like what dialogue or like story progression happens when Thor comes back to Wakanda and just fucks everything up, right? It's like, okay, yeah, Thor comes in and Thor came in and blew everything up, right? And then like Otto won the fight. But it's just presented so fucking cool. Everyone loves it, even though it's like, it's not like a crazy thing that happened, right? It was predicted. Oh yeah, he's forging the Stormbreaker for like the entire past 30 minutes of the movie, right? He's gathering all the materials. Like, what's going to happen. It's very predictable, but people still look forward to it, and they think.
So
and
what
they
you're
thought it was
saying
amazing.
is that Wuthering Waves is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and Limbus Company is reading Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and different strokes for different folks, man. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to
some
you.
people
He needs
that
big
hate-
explosion. Whoa! Instead
there's
of
some-
like
some people
lit up
hate
balloon.
books. Some people like the Michael Bay movies are popular for a fucking reason, right? I'm pretty sure they all have dog shit story, but he just bolsters it up with explosions instead.
The Marvel movies for 100%. It's just majority of them is carried by us nerds, though. We just want to see our fucking people just fuck shit up.
Absolutely. I think they're great, man. I think they're great. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on from this topic if we can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody have anything else they would feel remiss if we didn't talk about right now on this podcast?
No, I think we got everything.
Anything, Ryuku?
I'm
You're
good.
a yapper.
I am not a yapper. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I see that you got that Death Star microphone still.
You like
shit
it?
Looks crazy.
It was just like by accident. I took the pop filter off just so it was getting in the way, and it just happened to be like that. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's his rectifier." I'm like, "Fuck, I'll stick with it." And like, it's my rectifier.
It's actually a rectifier, dude. It's actually an MTX or something.
Yep.
Do we want to talk about ZZZ?
What? There hasn't really been anything besides Evelyn. Evelyn has a huge ass.
It is
Yeah.
fishy
Wood.
now.
Is that game doing good now?
It's doing really well.
It's
Yeah,
really, like,
I think Zenless is doing great. Yeah.
Is
There's not
it?
really
It's
been
doing
anything
really well in
else,
Japan.
there's anything to talk about.
Zenless
Is
is a
it-
perfect example of that meal scenario I was telling you. Easily digestible, bro.
Yeah.
Easily
Yep.
digestible.
Yeah,
just-
after they took out the bones, that was the TV. The bones in your fish.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't see anything on it. It sucks because I really want that game to be more popular, but because I
It
think it's
doesn't
fun
have
to
a
talk.
U, Ethan. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's do it.
It needs a U.
Yeah, no.
Well,
No, this is a good
I'm
link.
gonna give it up to Chad. Yo, Chad, you have one last chance. Anything that you want to talk about that we did not talk about? Anything, any point. I'm gonna give you all 10 seconds to think of something. Okay, nothing. Love it. Deep Space.
I
Nobody
love Deep
cares.
Space.
Just a bunch of fucking fat women being cringe. Okay, yeah. Explain my balls. COVID. Is he a new character?
Oh, apparently Brant is in the quest right now, so you can play as him.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
trial.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be continued, man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well then, boys, this was great.
Yeah.
Good time,
Snack,
man.
Ethan, Ryuku, Saint, Genocide, you're free, man. You're free. Enjoy
Pleasure.
y'all's Valentine's Day with your
Yeah.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
I
Or
appreciate it,
boyfriends.
brother.
I don't judge. Either one's fine.
Yeah, thanks. I really gotta go. Yeah, I'm really busy, man.
I know,
Thank you for
man.
ending it.
He's got
here,
several
dude.
lined up.
Thank God. She was gonna get real pissed at me,
No.
man.
Absolutely.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Pleasure
Oh,
talking
yeah.
with all you gentlemen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Until next
That
time.
was great.
Good shit, boys.
Yep. Peace, boys.
Take it easy,
Good
yo.
talk, guys.
All right, peace out, guys.
Okay. Ooh. So, 1 second. Let me bring it right up. There we go. How do I separate chat? I don't have to separate chat anymore. Okay. Let it leave. Okay, good. So, we should all be good now. So, how are people thinking? How are people feeling? Hi. How? That was pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't know why my internet is just going really, really strange. Like I can show you what's going on if you want. I kind of took a few screenshots, but like I've got two Wi-Fi cards, and because the motherboard has Wi-Fi built in, but when I built the computer, it needed drivers, so it wasn't like connecting to the Wi-Fi. So I put the old Wi-Fi card in there to like get things built, set up, and then I just left it as is, and it was like no problems. But then I think like they're like combating with each other. I disabled one, and then as you guys saw earlier in the stream today, just the connection just plummeted, and it happened again in the middle of that conversation there. I don't know what it is. Like just the connection would just boom plummet. But yeah, guys. Did you enjoy the conversation? I thought it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. First time being on the Gacha cast. A bit nervous, but you know, it is what it is. And yeah. Ooh. I will say I really like your idea about whimpering waste. I might steal Okay, go for it. Steal all the good ideas. Again, take the great ideas from anywhere they are, put it into your own stuff. You know, all good. So, I'll say it again. You and the other CCs need to at least become familiar with PGR if you want to properly critique Wuthering Waves. Kuro uses a lot of PGR endgamers in Wuthering Waves, not just how he wants. No, yeah. I do play PGR, and I do know about Warzone. I know all that. About all the waves after wave after wave. I'm not daft. I know. I'm just saying, for the sake of having having everyone understand what's going on about what Kuro is trying to do, because not everyone plays PGR. What Kuro Games is trying to do with Whimpering Waste is promote the players building other units, such as the AoE units, so such as say Jianshin, for example, and not just building hypercarry single target focused DPS, which is what you mainly build for the holograms, for example. So the holograms, and so that's mainly for the single target hyper DPSs. Hypercarry DPSs, whereas this mode here is more for the AoE. I was trying to like explain for those that don't know, like that's why that mode was being put in there. Yeah, so that's all that was really. Yep. Shadow Elias, welcome in. Thank you. How about stream PGR for a while? I don't have PGR installed on this computer. Like I said, I've just literally rebuilt my entire computer, so I would have to like reinstall it and everything like that. Poor Genshin, almost nobody uses her. I use her in bed, you know. So yeah. Genshin good with Jianli Yao? Absolutely. Yeah, Genshin's vacuum, yeah, she sucks so hard. The amount of suction that Genshin has is incredible, you know. It's pretty good. Her ult animation. What are you talking about? Her ult. What? Sensei, do you agree that Elusive Realm is the original endgaming Wuthering Waves? I don't know about original. The first one is Tower of Adversity, so that's the original. Oh, you mean original like is original, as in like that's something else, but like I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've played other similar games where you get other buffs, really like character changing buffs in end modes before in different games. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure I have played some like that before. So original as in like Kuro Games has created it themselves, I wouldn't say so, but it is something more that's not as common in these big gacha games. What made you want to move to Japan? I mean, have you looked at the place? It's amazing. Why wouldn't I want to live in Japan? The new NPC designs in 2.1, Kuro doing weird agenda. I don't know what you're talking about. I have had someone send me an NPC design earlier of a woman in a really nice black dress. I'm like, she's doing things to me. You're living in Japan? Oh, nice. Sweet. I live in the Kansai area. Living in the Kansai countryside. I want Babel Tile got implemented to Wuthering Waves honestly for sweaty players. I can see that for sure. Yeah. But Osaka, very nearby. About I'd say about an hour and a half or 2 hours away. By car or by train. By train, I have to go. Yeah, I'm not going to take it. That might dox me. But yeah, it's different type of game mode. So, guys, does anyone have any questions about anything that you'd like me to address? Have I seen the new lore drop in the new quest? No. Like I said, I haven't really played too much of the quests itself in 2.1. Like, I've seen it because I can still watch it while I'm doing other stuff. But like, I've been busy the entire day yesterday. I only played like 2 hours or so yesterday, and then I've been busy all day today as well. And I'm busy almost all day tomorrow from like morning up until 3 p.m. Then I'll be free. But then I want to get a video out as well. I'll be working on a video, but I intend to be like to play through everything on Sunday. In fact, if my internet doesn't keep doing whatever it's doing, I don't know, guys. I do not know what it is, but I can. Maybe it's a server thing. I don't know, but I'm seeing like on OBS where like it's currently like uploading at 4,500 something kilobytes per second, and it'll just drop to like 600 or 900. It'll just go back. And it's like doing this. I don't know what it is. Kansai dialect. External Wi-Fi card. I might just have to take out the Wi-Fi card that I have installed, and just rely on the internal Wi-Fi and the motherboard. Perhaps. Have been to Okinawa? I haven't actually, but yeah, the dialect over there is very difficult. Like instead of saying kotoshi, it would be like a kutoshi. Like a lot of the O sounds turn into U sounds. I love the sound. I love this song, Miruku Munari, which is a great song. I love singing that song. No cable? No, like the LAN cable. Like I would have to get. I would have to get like a 50-meter LAN cable or something like that. I would have to get a 50-meter LAN cable. Just do the onboard Wi-Fi in motherboard, but I prefer a cable. Like I said, I would have to like get a 50-meter one and like go into like the ceiling cavities and all that sort of thing. And yeah, it'll be an absolute clusterfuck of a nightmare. I'd have to like put holes in the walls and shit. Rocky, welcome in. Hi. You're coming out at the tail end though. I must warn you. You're coming at the tail end. I've been streaming for. It says 32 minutes, but I had to close OBS because it was doing whatever it was doing again. It cut me off again. OBS has disconnected. I'm like, no, it hasn't. I'm still connected on Discord. I'm still connected on YouTube. I'm like, do I know? I've been told about the Wallenstein thing. Yeah, basically, it's another case of Hoyoverse wanting them to be exclusive for them and not cover other games, and then also not pay them too much, and just basically Hoyoverse typical stuff. Lost in Farron? Oh, hi, welcome in. Yeah, it's I think Whimpering Wastes will be tweaked and modified and buffed, fixed. If you want to use that terminology. Yeah. Have you seen the new cow character in Genshin? Oh, the one that's got like Sonic legs? Yeah. I know the Neromura case. Kind of. Neromura is a bit different. Neromura could cover other things, but like he was just being mistreated in general. Like he was not being given any of the benefits of being a Hoyoverse content creator, even though he was putting out all the content. It's similar, but not the same. It's very different. But yeah, Whimpering Wastes is more annoying than hard. What's my visa type? It's not permanent at the moment. No, I'm currently on the spousal visa. Although I've been here, I could probably go for a permanent visa, but it's like getting all the documents to do that is so fucking annoying. They made it easier at one point, and I should have done it then, but they've made it harder again. It's just like, ugh. I started watching Neromura since 2.0. His content is fun to watch. Yeah, Neromura is pretty good. You like Wallenstein CH? I'm not familiar with their content, I must admit. I heard that documents for foreigners are hard to get in Japan, especially if you have a middle name, like I do. Because they'll only give you like sections like first name here, second name there. Where do I put my middle name? Here, I guess. Do I put a space in it? No. Wait, yeah? Do you want it all in caps or like some caps, or do you want it all in caps or like a capitalized and lowercase? And like, how do you want this? And each place does it different as well. So if this place wants it a certain way, and you take that document and you go to another place and they don't want it that way, you have to go back and get it reissued. Explain why you need it a certain way, even though it's not the way. It's such a fucking annoyance. Is the second name also first name? No, middle name. And I'm lucky I only have one middle name. Some people have like several middle names, and yeah. And then you've got like character limits as well. A lot of automatic were had, exactly. What's the dialect that Yomi uses? Kansai dialect for sure. I definitely know that. Where like what location precisely? It's more general Kansai, but I would probably assume from the use of it, Osaka countryside. Actually, Osaka kind of leaning on Kyoto dialect, from what I understand. Echo's chess. I still think Echo's card game. Like I said this the other day, get like a gadget which like cards the tacit discords after you get them down to a certain health, and you get a chance to turn them into cards, and you can like collect them and like fight, and don't gate rewards and such behind that. Just make it something that other players can do if they want to. Am I from Europe originally? Yes, I'm from the UK. What's the dialect that always ends with wa? There isn't a dialect that ends with wa. That's just a term of. That's just. I don't think so. I think it's just a way of speaking. Like, you mean like desawa? Like it's very like royal princess type ways of speaking. Yeah. So it's not exactly the same. Yeah. Any more questions? No, people don't normally talk that way. Not really, unless they're like taking the piss. I was present about the Hecate hologram fight, and I thought it was interesting. Y'all were talking about Hecate's like hidden attacks. Yeah, more telegraphed. Yeah, a lot of the attacks like she'd send something out, and then because you're too close, you can't see behind you. Even though the camera's as far back as possible, like there's some blades behind you, you just can't tell. You just have to remember. What's it like having ramen in Japan? Godly. Is the Kansai accent like in anime, or is it exaggerated? Depends. Some people really. It depends, really. Like, I live in an area which has even like a different, like even further Kansai accent. Like there's accents within accents. You've got the general Kansai accent. Then you've got like say, Harima ben, Banshu ben, Himeji ben, Osaka ben, Kyoto ben. There's more than that. So it's like, yeah. Is it true that Osaka dialect sounds funny to Tokyo? No, it's not like it sounds funny. The thing is though, it's like manzai in Japan, which is like the two-man comedy group things. There's this very, very famous manzai group in Japan called Downtown, and they're from Kansai, and they speak with the Kansai accent. And because they became so popular, they became like the accent for manzai, which is the comedy. So it just became something that stuck. It's like saying, for example, like the pirate accent. That's not really a pirate accent. That's like I think it's an Irish Welsh accent. That a particular actor used in a movie. I think 1950 something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. A swashbuckling movie, and then because that accent just became so particularly like popular, for example, it just became the accent that pirates have. Same thing like now with comedy. It's not that the Osaka or the Kansai dialect is funny inherently. It's more abrasive sometimes. It just became the accent of comedy. Not all comedy, but some comedy. Vanilla, hi, welcome in. Do you enjoy udon? Kare udon. I love kare udon. How far north do I need to travel to Japan for me to reach the snowy areas looking for ski sites? You could go to Gifu, I think, or Gunma, which isn't that far north. I'm not that far north, but if you're like pure, like definitely snowy areas, like considerably, like all the time, Hokkaido, you can't beat Hokkaido. Does the 3.1 stream deliver or not? Nah, it did not. It was pretty underwhelming. I'll put it that way. Do you really think WiiWare is copied from Pure? No, Virgil, right. That's not what I said. I mean, I might have agreed with someone that did say that, but that's not what I mean. I meant when I brought up the example of HSR, I said, this is an example. Like in HSR, they had this particular mode where they've got like the one boss and you got like you hyper carry with one particular character to deal as much damage as possible for a single target. And then they brought out another endgame mode, which is more about AoE. That's the example I was giving. That's why Kuro introduced this Whimpering Waste to promote people to build more AoE characters. I think you might not have understood what was being said, or like it's just the analogy. If I gave the example of war zones from PGR, I would then have to explain the entire fucking mechanics of Warzone, where you give the examples which is most easily and most commonly understandable. So yeah, that's the reason why that was being used. Does that make sense? Do I speak Ainu? No. What are my thoughts on Phoebe and Changli? Which one do you recommend for me? Did Saintota's true opinion about Changli? I like Changli. I don't care what anyone says. Just Changli is a great character. But if you want to build, if you have a really good Spectral Rover, probably go for Phoebe to get that as well. But Changli is a solid character. And from what I understand, Will, we can see Brant's kit. Brant is going to be a really good support for Changli. So if you want to go for Brant, probably go for Changli too. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Changli will be boosted by Brant. Exactly. All right. Does that sound good? Yep, it's coming up to 11:30 for me right now, 11:30 p.m. I've been streaming since 7:30, so that's a fair bit of time. Yeah, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11, 4 hours right now. Same for Zani. Yeah, if you're pulling for Brant, pull for Brant. Otherwise, save for Zani because Zani's hot. I missed the HSR stream. Are they getting the EN dub back? Yeah, they did have EN dubs. They did have the EN voice actors there. Yeah. 1:25 a.m. Jesus Christ. Right. So, guys, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later. Yeah. I will not be on stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be trying to get a video out, probably like a clip from the stream. I know what I want to do. I want to talk about how to fix the ecosystem and tuners in Japan. I want to get all my thoughts and put them together and make a video like explaining like that. It's gonna be like more of a talking head type thing. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that, and yeah, and then I'll probably I'm gonna be streaming on Sunday, going through the quest and such. So look forward to that. Is this Twitch or just YouTube? Twitch and YouTube at the moment. So yeah, guys, I'll see you later. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good Valentine's Day, and I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday my time anyway. Okay, take care. Peace.